Hello, and a very warm welcome to another Saturday Stack Chat with me, the Stack Collector. And this week I am joined by the amazing Stephen with the freeze for the ease. So without any further delay, let's get him in here so we can have a nice little chat. Stephen, how are we doing, mate? Are you well?
I am always well.
Awesome.
Sorry, that's not making noises.
I was going to say, what's that funky little tune? You've got your own theme tune.
No, someone's sending me messages trying to buy stuff from me.
Ah, fair enough. So you're well, are you, mate?
Well, I'm wellish, yeah. I get by, tickety-boo.
Well as can be.
Yeah, as well as can be.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for coming on for a stack chat with me today. It's a pleasure to have you here, mate. And
No problem.
you've been. How long have you been? Well, if I remember correctly, you used to make content, didn't you? And then you stopped for a fair while, and now you're back to making content. Is that correct?
That's right, yeah. I started watching people in 2015 because I was interested. And then around about September, I made my first purchases.
Nice.
Of silver bullion, which were kookaburras.
Nice. I'm a big fan of the kookaburras myself. Have you got the full set, or are you still working your way through it?
No, I'm not. I collect bird coins.
Yeah.
So anything with feathers, I collect bird coins. That's my main collection.
Cool.
But I collect Germania. I collect gold. I forgot what they call them now. Tudor Beast.
Yeah. I've just got into the Tudor Beast myself. You may not have seen yet. My video from yesterday was another mystery box, and that came with.
Yes.
Yeah, it had the Lion of England in it, so that's just got me into the series now. So I'm looking to pick the other ones up. Actually, that's a good point. The Seymour Panther there's no bullion for that, is there? Because I'm looking into what coins are in that series now. I'm into it.
There's four. The Lion of England.
Yeah.
The Yale of Beaufort.
Yep.
Not Buford.
Yeah.
And there is the
Seymour Unicorn.
The sea. I don't think there is a Seymour yet. No.
No, that's
out in proof only.
Oh, but that's one that's coming out at the moment, isn't it? The Seymour Unicorn.
Yes. Sorry. I'm mixed up.
Yes.
I don't really buy. I've stopped buying silver bullion coins from the Royal Mint.
Yeah, no, I can't fault you there. I think where you're getting mixed up is there was the Seymour Panther that came out in proof only and didn't come out in a bullion. And what I've seen, because I've just looked into it. There's a Lion of England, Yale of Beaufort, Bull of Clarence, and now the Seymour Unicorn that is coming out in a bullion. So yeah, they are a nice coin. They're not. I think, to be honest with you, if I'd have made a choice, I'd probably go for the Queen's Beast first. But I'm quite glad that the Tudor Beast, I'm not too far behind.
I've got a lot of Queen's Beast.
Have you?
I've got 20. I've got 20 full sets.
Have you really? Wow.
Well, I've got one full set which has got a completer, but the rest are the first 10 coins. I've got 20 of those. Plus, wow. I've got all the announced ones as well.
Now that is absolutely amazing. I just want to say a massive hello to everyone who's coming across to join us in the chat so far. We've got 365 Days of Silver, CY Sterling, and Lee Parola. It's amazing to have you guys here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Ooh, I've got something CY Sterling might be interested in later on.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
It was giveaway.
Oh, brilliant! I love it. Okay, yeah. So we were talking about with Tudor Beast, weren't we? Yeah, it's a brilliant series. I mean, 20 full, did you say 20 full sets, not including completers, and one with a completer? Is that correct?
I've got one collection in a wooden box with a complete. I've got all the 10-ounce ones in a wooden box. That's not got the completer. And I've got 20 full sets in tubes, airtight tubes.
Yeah.
Without completers.
That's an incredible amount, isn't it? Is that to keep all your Uno and the Lion bars company?
We don't know what you're talking about.
No, you've not.
Who's got those?
I don't know who's got all of the Unas. If anyone didn't know, Stephen has got all of the Una line bars, and that's why we can't find any, and we have to pay such a premium on the rest of them because Stephen has like 90% of all of them.
Can I tell you something that will probably actually miff a lot of people in here?
Yeah, go on then.
When I bought my first Queen's Beast, it was the Line of England.
Yeah.
And I paid £28 each for them.
Wow.
And I also paid about the same for the Griffin as well.
Wow. I mean, I know they're pretty sought after now, aren't they? Especially the Griffin.
The Griffin, yeah.
Yeah. So that's something you're very good at, though, aren't you? I mean, you're able to pick pieces up at a really good price at the time.
Oh no! I bought them at the time because back then I bought all my coins from Germany.
Yeah.
They were from a site called Silver to Go.
Okay.
And they were part of the Coin Invest group. Coin Invest was the parent company, and Silver to Go just sold mainly to the UK market.
Yeah.
And the VAT you paid on it, I think, was like 2%.
Yeah, really low.
So you paid, instead of paying 2%, 20% in the UK, I paid 2% in Germany.
Yeah, I mean,
and the only other cost on top was shipping.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
saved up, bought in bulk.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong there, can you? I mean, and it's worked out very well. I mean, especially with things like the Una and the Lion and the Griffin from the Queen's Beast Fair. I
got my Unas from Canada.
Yeah, I think I remember you saying, because I did a video previously about which featured how well the Unas have done over time, and I actually spoke to you, didn't I? Because I knew you had a little bit of experience buying Unas. So I asked you how much you paid at the time. I think I can remember you saying that you got them from Canada at a really good price.
I think it was like mid-20s, 26, 27, I can't remember.
I think I remember 26 myself, because I think if I remember correctly, I incorrectly said 21 in the video. And I had to put a correction on there because it was 26. If I remember correctly, that is.
It was something ridiculously low.
Yeah.
In fact, the lady who I got them off, I was talking to her yesterday, and they've got where she gets her maples from. They're I think she said $2 Canadian above spot over there.
Wow, that's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah,
that is incredible. I mean, everyone should be stacking if you can get them for that kind of price.
I know. I never get buy them from Canada ever.
Yeah.
I'm a law-abiding citizen, and I always pay my taxes.
Absolutely. I mean, I pay tax on everything. Of course. I mean, I go out of my way to make sure I'm paying taxes on things. Brilliant. No, I love it. So what made you what got you back into get the camera out and starting the channel back up a couple of months back?
Probably you, Cobra 365, Future Investment, and I've got his name now.
CPM?
CPM, yes.
Yeah, CPM.
And I just thought, there's some UK stackers again. So I just thought, I started watching you because I used to watch all the American stackers.
Yeah. No, I mean, there are some absolutely amazing American stackers out there. Born to Skydive's joined the chat. So, hey mate, how you doing? Glad for thank you for joining us. I always get so tongue-tied on these lives. That's cool. I mean, I love that. I mean, that was kind of the same thing for me. I mean, there's such a little community growing now. I was watching these videos that I was loving, 365 Days of Silver, Future Investments, same as yourself, and those two particularly are so friendly and so welcoming. I've said this on loads of videos in the past. They were two of my main inspirations for starting my channel, and it was pretty much the same reason. And I think it's wonderful, and I encourage anybody who's out there actively part of the community, if you're able to do so, start your own channel up so we can see what you've got to show as well. It's great, isn't it?
One of the guys that influenced me is a guy called Shadow Stack. He's from London.
Yeah,
and he stopped doing videos just after me, and he actually this week put up another video. So he
Yes.
says and he's one of the guys who influenced me, along with Salivate Metal.
Yeah, wow.
And I'm quite good friends. I'm quite good friends with Salivate Metal.
I just love his voice. Yeah, I love Sal's voice. It's got such an iconic voice, hasn't it? But yeah, it's a great channel. I saw the Shadow Stacks video myself. So yeah, if anyone's like got into the videos, you know, since he stopped making the videos, definitely check that out, because yeah, you mean you could tell he wasn't a novice from the video. You know what I mean?
You want to watch some of his early videos, and you'll just have your mouth opened.
Yeah, definitely. I will definitely have to go back and have a good old binge of that and get myself more up to date with it, because I'll be honest with you, you know, I hadn't really heard of his channel myself, because I probably wasn't watching when he was making them. But yeah, same as I say, it looks a great channel, and I'm really going to enjoy watching a few more of his videos. So, with the YouTube, one question I like to ask people is, what have been your highlights and your lowlights so far with since opening starting your channel?
What, restarting it?
Yeah, since if we say you started anew, a few months ago,
I think the highlights is how I'm trying to put this in. How close the community is, how well we all seem to get along.
Yeah.
No, I think just how we seem to get along. The lows, I don't really think I have any lows.
Yeah, no, that's.
I could start mentioning lows, but your channel might get shut down.
yeah. Don't mention that lower low. But no, that's a perfectly acceptable answer. You know, that is, and I can completely understand. You know, that's why it would be a highlight. To me, you know, I could probably rephrase your answer the same way, but it would still be the same answer in essence. You know, the best thing about it is becoming part of that community, getting to meet and know people who share an interest that you have, because you know what it's like. You try and talk to your other mates about this kind of thing, and they're not interested in it. You can tell within 2 minutes you've bored the hell out of them. You know what I mean? So
all my friends think I'm a sad coin collector.
Yeah, me too, but they're not wrong.
Well, I didn't want to say, but
hey, I don't care. I'm a coin nerd and proud, and that's it.
But I do collect. I do collect.
Yeah. You're just not hardcore, are you, about it?
No. I would say 95% of my stack is bullion.
But yeah, by its weight.
I don't know if you can see. I don't know if I can. If it's moving, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I won't take it. I won't take it out. These are the Perthmint Dragons that have just come out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I've got some 1 ounce, and I've got some 2 ounces as well.
Nice. I'm not sure about that one myself.
No, but the reason I bought these is because, and I'm taking a punt on them.
Yeah.
Is because there is a rumor going around that they can only use the Queen's effigy up until May.
Okay.
And the rumours going around is that they will do another run of them with the King's head on them.
Right, so have they got QE2 on them at the moment then?
They have got. I'll put you the 2 ounce up if you can see them. There's a bit of a delay, so I'll just.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. Okay.
They're the 2 ounce ones. They come in 5s. And I'm also going to get some 5 ounce ones as well, but they don't come out until March, so I've got to wait for those.
Yeah, because the Dragon's not long come out, has it?
I think it's been out 2-3 weeks over here.
Yeah. So, do you know if it was out much longer over there, or
the Perthmint was released? The Perthmint released. I mean, I watch a channel in Australia called Bullion Now.
Okay.
And they get all the Perthmint releases before anybody else over here. But the trouble is with Perthmint, only 5% of the coins that they release are sold into the Australian market. Everything else goes abroad.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But they get them first. I think they've been out probably a couple of weeks before I got mine.
It's still really interesting that they're still using Queen Elizabeth on new releases, though, isn't it? When she's been, it's over a year now, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah, been
Yeah.
pushing the daisies up for getting on for a couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have thought they'd have sorted out a new effigy for King Charles by now, wouldn't you?
Well, I know the Royal Canadian Mint they're putting the King Charles is on the $1 and the $2.
Yeah.
But they're the general coins that are in general use.
Yeah.
They're not. So whether or not the 2024 Maples will have the king on, I don't know.
Yeah. We'll find. We'll see. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'd much rather see her than him on the coin any day of the week, anyway. So.
Oh yeah. She's the boss.
Yeah, no, she is the boss. She absolutely. I was a big fan of Queen Elizabeth. I always had been. Just her character alone. She was a wonderful woman. The more that you look into, I mean, regardless of what your opinion of the royal family is, the more you research Queen Elizabeth herself, the more you will grow to respect that woman. She served in the army during the Second World War. Isn't it true she once real life Prince of the Pauper kind of thing? She once dressed up like a commoner and went down to the local pub. I'm sure I heard that one time.
Probably the Queen Mother she liked to drink.
Yeah, possibly. I love that.
I would have never heard the story about the Queen. I do have a good story for you though, not involving the royal family.
No, go on.
Do you know how the Birmingham and Sheffield assay office got their mark?
So that would be the anchor for Birmingham and the Sheffield.
The original mark, not the 1975 Yorkshire Rose.
Oh, okay.
Crown. The
Yeah.
crown.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know where they originally got them from. No.
Do you want to hear? I'll tell you the story.
I'd love to.
Well, in 1773, the Birmingham and Sheffield both lobbied the government, and they stayed in a inn, as it was back then, called the Crown and Anchor.
I was just about to say the Crown and Anchor. Love it.
And then they, in honour of that, they both chose the Anchor and the Crown as their assay marks.
Oh, that's a brilliant story, that isn't it? It really is.
It's completely true, apparently, as well.
That's the best kind of story with that good intro. I can see we've had Gilly and Ray join us in the chat. So guys, thank you so much for coming across. Born Skydive's here as well. I can't remember if I said hi to Born Skydive and Scott Silver as well. So guys, thank you so much. Mate, I love that story. That's a great story, and I probably like it so much because it involves a pub, to be honest with you. But great story. What's going on? I mean, I know you say you're not a collector, but it's something that's going to affect all of us, really. But what's your thoughts on the new coinage that's come out? Have you had a chance to see that yet?
What, you mean the ones that King Charles has released?
Yeah, the ones he's ruined, kind of thing, in my opinion. What's your thoughts on it?
What, the sets that have come out, or just
the design? The new designs.
The designs.
Yeah, the puffin and the the oversized grouse, that kind of thing.
Awful.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm really not a fan of them. There's two I like, and they're the two that have got plants on them. You think you've got? Is it the 5p has now got a rose, an oak sprig on it, and I think the £2 has got a floral design as well. And they're the two that I like the best out of all of them. I'm not a huge fan. They look too much like something out of a Beatrix Potter commemorative set, you know what I mean? So it's not really a coin for me. So.
But the only one I probably would have is probably the puffin, because I collect bird coins.
Well, that's true, and you've got the grouse as well. So and
the grouse as well.
Yeah. It's just, if I was to ask to name two birds, what's the first two birds you think of when you think of Britain? It's not going to be a grouse or a puffin. I'm going to be honest with you.
No. Probably a crow and a pigeon.
Good cause. I said robin redbreast. I don't think you can get much more British than a robin redbreast, to be honest with you. But they've kind of cornered off Christmas, haven't they? You know what I mean? They, as birds go, they've made themselves into the Christmas bird. Yeah, no, I'm with you there, mate. I don't think we're a great design. I think it's mainly because he's into nature, isn't it? So I think that's the reason for
Yeah.
it. But hopefully, it won't be too long until we get our next definitive coin set. But yeah, it took a little bit of a while since the last one. What was it? 2008 was it? We went from the Britannia to the Shield, wasn't it? On the coins.
Oh,
I think it was. I'm sure.
I know. I don't know. You'll probably be able to answer this better than me. I know if you collected, you had all the coins with the shield on, you could arrange them and it formed a full shield. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. Each part of the coin had a segment of the shield. Ray's just said Ren. And I think
a Ren,
yeah. And that would be great as well because we can reuse an old design. We've got the penny Ren, haven't we, from the old farthing, which was a great design. It's to be honest with you, there's not a lot of difference between that and a robin, really, is there? You know what I mean? I think a lot of people when they see the old farthings, they assume it's a robin at first. I'm holding a penguin.
I'm not a big. Those sort of coins I would just discard.
No, I haven't even bought the set yet. I'm going to have to at some point because it's it's the first set of new coinage and
I don't think. I mean, if I could have got them in maybe a silver proof, maybe, but I think I've got better things to spend my money on at the moment.
I was going to say.
Like gold.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was going to say that. I mean, the amount of money I've spent on silver proofs this year, I could have had a couple of ounces in gold, and that's no hyperbole. I literally could have bought a couple of ounces of gold, and they're just over. I'm not going to stop buying silver proofs. I've said this, but I am going to stick to them, just buying them from the secondary market, and just getting them from a reasonable price instead of the Royal Mint's price which you buy them from, because let's be honest, you're never really going to get your money back on a proof if you buy it direct from the Royal Mint.
I will disagree with that to a certain point.
Yeah, to a certain. I mean,
there is some coins like what was the one that was released a few years ago, which went for an absolute fortune. Oh, what was it? Gothic Crown.
Yeah.
That was the day after that release. It was going for like £900.
Yeah.
And I missed out on that. Oh yeah, I was given some real bad grief about it from my American friends.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me? I'm not one for collecting coins. It never really interested me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you're right. Obviously, there are the odd ones that will do very well. I mean, on a general basis, you can't just go out buy a silver proof and think, well, it's a silver proof, so if I hold it 5 years, it's going to go up in value. Literally 90% of the time, they depreciate in value from what they are originally. But yeah, if you get lucky and you get that, you can get that coin. I mean. How many of us wish we'd bought the Kew Gardens as a bunk coin when that came out for like £10, and when it's worth like £200 now? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I mean, sorry, go on.
No, go on.
I'd much rather buy funky coins like this one. Do you see that?
So, Stratocaster. Oh, I love that.
I'll just take it out so you can see.
Go to see the coin.
It's very funky and very weird, and it's very difficult to get. I tell you what, I'll not even bother taking it out of its case.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I really do love that. That's fabulous. That really is.
And to go with that, you need something to go with that. What would you need?
Have you got a silver drum kit?
No.
An amp, silver amp.
A plectrum.
Silver plectrum. Love it. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see if I might be able to get this one out. Yes, there's a hand grip, finger hole. I don't think this is a coin. I don't know. I was bought it as a gift by one of my American friends.
Yeah, that's lovely. That.
I just think things like that are so cool.
They are. That is cool. I tell you, something I've really got into is weird shaped coins. So coins that aren't round. So if it's a coin like the Dragon Bars, which are technically coins, there's the triangle somewhere. It's on the it's up here. So you got like the shipwreck triangle coin like this one, and I'm really getting into stuff like that. You know, like you've got the bat symbol. That's a coin. You know, that's got a monetary value to it. So I'm getting into like like you say, your funky, different kind of things. You know, it looks.
I've got another one. It's somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
Which is my UFO coin, and I can't find it. And it's shaped like a UFO. It's brilliant.
I might have seen that. There's one that's when you say a UFO, is it like a flying saucer or is it like a space
flying
rocket?
Saucer? Yeah.
No.
Flying saucer, yeah.
I think the one I saw, and I think it was on World Money Wins, if I'm not mistaken. It's like you've got like a planet, so that's like a round coin, and then going past, you've got a rocket, so it protrudes either side. So you know, imagine an arrow going through a heart kind of thing, but it's a planet and a rocket ship passing in front of it.
The other one I've got, and I don't know where that is. I know it's somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
Is it was the anniversary of the moon landing.
Cool.
And it was a concave coin.
Yeah.
With the surface of the moon on it, and on the other side with the footprint of the astronaut.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
That was a US Mint one. No?
Yeah. I really do like the sound of that. That sounds really, really cool. Yeah, no, that is one thing I love about bullying. Though. That's what really got me into bullying this year. Is like there's so much diversity in it. You can come across as a straight up coin collector and literally just buy silver bullion because there's that many cool designs on the stuff nowadays. It really is cool. Just want to say a quick hello to Stacking Surfer, who's coming and joined us. It's great to have you here, buddy. Thank you very much. And also just remind everyone about who is in the chat. If you do have any questions for either myself or Stephen, feel free to ask them. If you can put at the Stack Collector to make it stand out a little easier, that would be great as well. But yes, have you got any questions you'd like to ask me at all, mate?
I would like to ask you you're a younger guy than me.
Mm-hmm.
Would you stack bullion as for your pension, or would you invest it in paper, like shares?
Yeah. Okay.
S&P 500, things like that.
Yeah. Okay. That's a brilliant question. That is absolutely a great question. I mean, the most honest answer I can give you is what I'm actually doing right now, and I'm more, when it comes to my pension pot, I do look at that more as my S&P 500 investment. I do look at it that way. However, I'm going to be honest with you. Recently, and you've influenced me a lot in this. I'm going to be honest, Stephen. You really have influenced me in this. I'm a lot more open to stacking for weight now than I was. It's because I've been buying the bullion for a little while now. I bought quite a bit. I've got a bit of experience buying it, and I've learnt, if you like what you were saying earlier about getting from Canada, getting from Germany, if you buy them at the right place at the right amount, you absolutely can make a good amount of stacking for weight. It's there's a lot of that to that. So I'm going to be a lot more open to it going forwards, because the experience I've had now in the stacking has definitely made me think, well, you know what? Yeah, it's possible to lose a lot of money stacking, because if you come into it, I know for a fact you're going to agree what I'm going to say. If you come as a complete newbie, think I'm going to stack for weight, you start buying all your standard bullion from Royal Mint, you're going to lose a lot of money really quick if you do it that way.
We all make that mistake. Yeah. I made it.
Yeah, we do.
When I started.
Yeah, you do, because you get into it and you think Royal Mint. Yeah, I know for a fact all my stuff's going to be 100%. There's no question whether it's going to be fake. So it's worth that little bit extra, but it's not a little bit extra. It's a hell of a lot extra over time, and it can, it really does take a lot of the profit out of it as an investment. But looking at places like the Silver Forum, Facebook pages, eBay. It is possible to get the pieces at a price that's,
I tell you what I saw the other day, and I actually, because I know the guy who runs the Facebook channel, there was a seller on there, and she was selling the original Swan coin, the 2017, the first Swan.
Yeah.
And she only wanted £20 for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this alarm bells like ding 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 ding. So I got in touch with the guy who runs it, and I says, look, this looks a bit iffy. So you see this is a fake, or she doesn't really know what she's got. Because that's a 35, £40 coin all day long.
Yeah.
And apparently she couldn't sell them.
Yeah, too cheap.
So she just put them on cheap and sold them. Yeah. And she had 20 of them.
Wow. I mean that's what I'm talking about. You've got, if you wait for for those kind of deals to present themselves, then you snap them up. That's where you're gonna get. You really can make a lot of money stacking for weight. It's all, I mean, one thing I've come to learn is it doesn't matter if you're stacking for collectability or you're stacking for weight. It's all about what you can buy it for and what you can realistically sell it for later. You know what I mean? If you're buying it from somewhere where it's cheap enough to get it into, then you're going to make money on it. Like I bought some modern silver proofs off eBay for like 20 quid with the certificate of authenticity. I've got no question whether or not. You're all right, mate. I've got no question whether or not they're legit or not. Those I know I could sell. I could sell them the day after I bought them for a profit at 20 quid. For a proof in the box. So yeah, I think no matter what you're buying, as long as you're getting it for a reasonable price and it's not, it's legitimate, then I am starting to look more into precious metals as an investment option.
And the other thing, always buy what you like, not what other people like.
Yeah.
If you like it, you buy it, no matter what. That's something I would always tell new stackers to do.
Yeah.
And don't rush in like headless chickens, buying this, buying that, buying this, buying that, because you'll open yourself up to lots of collections.
Yeah.
Because the stacker's head works. Oh, I bought that. I want that to go with that, and I want that to go with that. And before you realise, you've got like 3 dozen collections going on at the same time, and you're stuck in a rut.
Yeah, and you're 100% right. I mean, I found that I've said to myself, literally within the last few days, right, you are in enough date runs and collections series right now. You can't. I think it was after the Two de Beast. It was like, okay, but that has to be it. Now I can't afford to juggle any more series on top of what I'm juggling right now. I can see we've had a couple of questions come in. First one, by the looks of things, it's about your cool red cross coin right there. Can we get a bit more information on that, buddy?
The red cross coin? Oh, that?
Yes.
That one?
Yes.
That is a Templar cross.
That's so cool, that, isn't it? That's a beautiful coin, though.
Well, there's the Templar. It's not a coin. It is a coin. It's a round, but it's not silver. It's plaid.
Oh, okay. It's still cool though.
I'm a devout Christian.
Yeah.
And I live my life by the Templar code.
Yeah.
And these backdrops, they're all. If you see the guy, the 2 knights on one horse.
Yeah.
That's the same design on the back of that.
Yeah, I'm very into the Templars myself. I mean, they had a really long full name, wasn't it? It's like the Poor Knights of the Temple of Solomon or something like that.
Yeah. Don't even try and get me say it in Latin, because I haven't got a clue. But there's a lot of different types of crosses.
Yeah.
Associated with the Templars, like the Maltese cross.
Yes.
Associated with St. John's Ambulance.
Yes.
But they were hospitallers in the just brain freeze in the Crusades.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you got the Teutonic Knights,
who
were also Templar-ish.
Yeah.
If you look, I mean, there's a Templar church in Poland, which was a Teutonic. It's a church, but it looks like a castle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, and a fun fact about the Templars, if anyone didn't know, which brings it back a little bit more onto precious metals, etc., is the Templars invented the banking system, didn't they?
That's right. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Whereas, if people weren't aware, what would happen is if someone was travelling on the road, they were taking, their gold and silver with them, which laid them open to road bandits. Is they'd go to their local Templar church, they'd go and deposit the money there. They'd be given a note with a seal from that Templar establishment. When they got to where they were going, they'd give them the note, and then at that place, they'd give them out their money, silver and gold. They'd reimburse them the money. So yeah, thus inventing the banking system, which I thought was really, really interesting.
You could dive into Templars, and you could just dive into a rabbit hole.
Yeah, you could. There's a hell of a lot of history, and there. I mean, it's also a very, very interesting story about how they, how the downfall of the Templars happened.
Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Because the head of the Templar Order was murdered by a French king and a Catholic Pope on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Well, burnt.
Yeah, absolutely. They were completely betrayed, weren't they, by the French crown. Again, if anyone out there wasn't aware, what happened was the Templars were a victim to their own success. The French crown had.
They owed a lot of money to the French crown owed a lot of money.
Yeah.
And Philip the Beautiful, as he was known, was didn't want to pay it back, so he just made lots of nonsense up about them.
Yeah.
And the I can't remember his guy's name. The Templar who they burned at the stake. He cursed the king.
Yeah.
While he was being burnt, and he said he would die in a lot of pain. And a year later, he fell off his horse and died in a lot of pain.
Yeah. I like yourself. I can't for the life of me remember the guy's name, but I'm aware of that story there. Yeah, and a lot of history, a lot of backstory. I highly recommend if anyone out there is interested in that kind of thing, then definitely look into that a bit more, because like Stephen said, it's a massive, massive rabbit hole. Just having a quick look at the chat, Gilly said, so many different coins, it's hard which to pick. Been buying Britannia quarter ounce proofs at the minute. Think they're cheap, low mintages. Could be one for the future when they have more years on its back. I'm assuming that would be a quarter ounce gold proof. Which I definitely do think the gold proofs seem to do a little bit better than the silver proofs do. Maybe because there's a bit less of the gap in the premium there.
Yeah, I would say I'd rather have gold anyway.
Yeah, no, I
mean, I've got gold. I've not got as much as I have in silver. I wish.
Gosh, yeah. That would be a lot of gold. Investing Tortoise said, from what I hear, Stephen's pension is all tied up in Una and the Lion bars. When I was halfway through that sentence, I thought to myself, we're going to do Una and the Lions, aren't we?
But what is this Una and the Lion bar thing?
You've never heard of it before, have you?
I don't know.
Would you want me to show you what one looks like, so at least you know?
Oh yes, please. I'd love to see what one looks like. I've never seen one before.
Well, I can show you what one looks like, because that's as many as I own.
I can show you what 50 looks like if I had them with me.
Yeah, no, I love that. I do love that, and it must be amazing to have 50 of them. It must feel great.
Oh, they're all in a guardhouse box.
Yeah,
for 50. And I've got loads of 1 ounce bars. I must have got 400 ounces in 1 ounce bars.
Yeah,
easy.
That's a good stack, isn't it? So, do you regularly sell silver then, or?
It has been known.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't say regular. At the moment, I'm selling gold. I'm selling some 1/10 ounce Britannias to my friend in Canada.
Ah, okay. The reason I'm asking is I know you said that your stack is for your pension. So, what's your plan on actually using it for your pension? What's your exit strategy for that?
My exit to 65, I shall be taking 10% of it every year, and I'll just sell it.
Yeah. You got any plans where the silver forum, or have you already got connections, or?
I've got connections.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I could. I could tell you. I'm selling some private, and I'm selling some probably back to some dealers.
Yeah.
I'll probably sell my gold back to dealers because I've got 10 years left of stacking before I want to retire, which will take me up to 67. Well, 67 and a half. I'm only 57 at the moment. 56 at the moment. I'm 57 next year.
Yeah.
So once I get to 67, when I get my state pension, I'm going to leave my state pension just building up in my bank, and I'm going to live off my gold and silver for 10 years.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. It's great that you've got those connections set up ready. You know what I mean?
Oh, addicted to precious metal. What is my favourite piece? Oh, wow, man. They are all my favourite.
This is what I say. This is what I say. He said I have to ask because he knows that I love this question, because I don't, because it's such an unfair question. But my favourite piece at the moment is the Vortex bar by Scottsdale, the new Vortex bar.
I like mine. Probably at the moment is 100-gram guy.
Oh, they're cool. I've
brilliant. But I would say sorry to
cool.
interrupt.
No, go ahead, mate.
My favourite coin was my first ever foreign 10-ounce coin, which was this one here, which is the multi-leaf 2017 Canadian maple multi-leaf.
That is.
That was my first ever 10-ounce foreign coin. And I don't want to tell you how much I paid for it, because you probably buy grit your teeth and not be very happy about it.
I love it. No, I love it when people get bargains. I get enough bargains myself. I've got a good nose for a bargain. So,
well, my first Britannia bar cost me £165.
Brilliant.
And that was from a legit dealer.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, that's great. But no, I love hearing that kind of thing. Just keeping it on the subject, 365's asked, what would you sell when you first when you get to that stage? What do you plan to get rid of first of all? And I suppose it's very easy for you because you've got so many multiples of the same things. You can just keep one or two for yourself and sell the rest.
Oh, I've got 2 monster boxes, one with 500 Britannias in from 2016 onwards, and I've got I'm halfway through up to a monster box of maples.
Yeah,
those and my 10-ounce bars would go first.
Yeah. No,
I've got no connection to them. They're just bits of silver. Bullion.
No, and it's great to have stuff like that. I've been saying to myself, I need to get more stuff like that. But it's not going to bother me to sell, because that's my problem with I've only got one or two of each coin, and it would make it very difficult for me to then pick out what I'm going to sell, because as soon as I sell it, it's gone out of my collection. So, I'm going forward. I'm perhaps going to have a bit more of an eye of doing the same kind of things you're doing, and getting a tube at a time of all of the same things, and then that that'll make it a bit easier to part with them. Keeping to the same topic as what we were saying again, Stacking Surfer has asked, and this goes back to what I was saying. He's asked, how do you guys sell silver and gold in the UK? I sell on eBay, YouTube, and at coin shows. Local coin shops don't pay so well, so I avoid those. Well, we don't really have the option of coin shops over here, do we?
There's a coin shop ish here. If you've ever seen, what's the guy? They have antiques on and they sell them on the TV. Yeah. The guy from Manchester,
David Dickinson.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, no. What did you say?
David Dickinson.
David Dickinson. Yeah, he has a program on, and there's a lady who comes on there, long hair, and she's actually from Sheffield, and I know where the shop is, and she buys and sells gold coins, and she pays above spot.
Wow, that's not bad at all. But no, it's like what you've said. A lot of the time, where we have coin shops in inverted commas, is we'll have antique shops which they'll have a coin section to them. And a lot of time they'll sell like my I haven't checked out my new antique shop too well in my new town, but in my old town they sold bullion. They had really overpriced bullion. They're obviously
Dickinson's real deal.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I thought that was perhaps the program you were referring to there. But like you say, we've got the odd like shop that's you could call a coin shop, and then a lot of the time it'll be part of a more antique-y kind of antiques and coins kind of shop. So but it is a great question though, isn't it? Because to the average Joe, if you just if you've never thought about what you're going to do with your silver, and you spend 20 years buying it, and then after the end of that 20 years it's like, all right, well, I've done what I needed to do, now it's time to sell it.
Well, yeah, I get. Sorry, I'm terrible for it. I'm
You're fine, buddy.
I'm awful for interrupting people when they're
No, you go ahead, mate.
When you've been stacking a while, you build up contacts. And I've got contacts in North America who I buy from and I sell to, especially my friend in Canada. We buy and sell a lot from each other.
Yeah.
And then I've got people who I know on eBay who I've known a long, long time. Not on eBay, sorry, I don't touch eBay. No offense to anybody who uses eBay.
Yeah.
On YouTube, I've known for a long time who I trust. And if they want anything and I've got it to sell, it's like Cobra last week. He bought a 2004 Kookaburra, and he paid £104 for it. And I rang him up and I said, look, man, I'd have sold you that for £50.
Yeah.
And I'd have made money. You've got. I know you want to run a date run and that, but you just it's just.
I know the point you're making though. It's
know what I'm saying.
I do.
Like,
it's important to have those contacts, which you do build up over time when as you're buying it. I can even say right now, through buying bullion from different places, there's a few contacts I've made. There's a few people I could speak to. Outside of that, there's always the option to go and sell to like you've mentioned previously, sell to a dealer. You're not going to get the best price doing it that way, but it's going to be the easiest way to do it. You'll go there.
On that, well, Atkinson sent me an email last week. Do you want to sell it? I think it was like just less than spot. I'm like, no.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm all right, thanks. You're all right.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, I mean, there's a load of different options, really, isn't there? If you look into it, there's loads of different forums you can sell on.
Facebook is a good place to sell.
Yeah.
But you've got to do it in a seller's market, and at the moment, it ain't a seller's market.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would go and buy cheap. Cheap bullion you can get. Forget about it, and then probably in 3 to 4 years, the seller's market may have opened up again, and then you sell if you want to sell, if you want to make a bit of money. But I'm not selling my foundation until I'm 67.
That's a fair call.
It just stays where it is. Just because the first Britannia I bought was £14.
Yeah.
The 2016 ones, they were £14 each.
Yeah.
I've got the receipt somewhere from Silver to Go. I'll have to show it you one day.
Definitely do so, because that's incredible. Now, Born to Skydives asked a question which is right up my street. I'm not quite sure how up your street it is. What are your thoughts on pre-decimal silver? So your 1920s, pre-1920, 1925 sterling silver stuff. You know, this kind of thing, right?
Not
here.
my. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Not my
no.
thing. My dad, yes, my dad's still alive. He's 89. He's 90 next year. His mum used to run a shop,
Yeah.
and there's somewhere in the house. There's a big plastic container, what they had for the float,
Yeah.
for the till, and it's full of old pennies and farthings, not farthings, sixpences, and the one that's shaped like a modern 20p
Threepenny
piece.
bit, the brass threepenny bit.
Threepenny bits, and it's absolutely stuffed full of those. But they're his, and not my thing. Not my thing.
That's fair enough. It's like I say, you know, it's my thing. That is my thing. You know, the old.
I know. Each to his own.
Yeah, and it's like you said earlier. That's perfectly fine. You know, if you're into that kind of thing. He did bring up that BYB's done a video on it recently. That's made him think about the exit strategy. Now, I'm one thing.
Who?
I'm not sure. But what I'm going to say, look, as I say. I've been buying old silver a lot longer than I've been buying new silver. You know, I've got albums full of the old stuff, and I'm gonna promise you now, it's not difficult to get rid of the old stuff. There's plenty of people out there buying it. The price is going up on it, so I wouldn't worry about that. You know, you might have to sell it in slightly different ways, but it's you know, you used to be able to get pre-1920s silver for close to spot price. You know what I mean? It used to be a really good way to get cheap silver. Now it's becoming, you know, it's becoming less of something for weight, and it's becoming more numismatic, and it's becoming more and more expensive. So if you do love old silver, don't let that kind of thing put you off. You know, there's always going to be. Absolutely.
You look what happened to constitutional silver last year.
Yeah.
The spot price just went, not spot price, the price just went through the roof.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people were just running out and buying it and buying it and buying it. You know, the FOMO thing, you know what the FOMO is, don't you? Fear of missing out.
Absolutely, yeah. You've got to...
Headless chickens. I just sat back and I enjoyed it.
I like to do that a lot, but you've got to YOLO your FOMO away.
Yep.
Love it. That was for Born to Skydive. As I say, you know, it's not that difficult to get rid of old pre-decimal stuff. You know, you're going to have people like me buying it, so don't worry too much about that.
Talking of the big dilute, here he is, Cobra.
Hey, how's Cobra doing? It's great to have you here, buddy.
You big sexy beast, you.
Absolutely. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that die, bro. I'm not sure if I'm missing something there. I'll just see his point of message to 365. Love the creator dice. Oh yeah. Cobra got his new dice now.
Yes, he has. I noticed my name wasn't on it. Not that I'm offended or anything.
Love it. I saw he dropped a video earlier. I've been slabbing all day, and then I got home with like literally enough time to, you know, throw some clothes on and get the live set up. So I'm a little bit behind. I've got to catch up later after we've had the live, but I'm looking forward to seeing that, because I know he was having some silver dice made up. So that will be so cool to see that. That's what I've got with OCS. Cool. Yeah. I was just having a quick read of the comments. Addicted Pressman says, not everyone appreciates the price of silver. I made it rain in the strip club the other day with a team of Britannias and got kicked out. They said, no coins, you cheapskate. I love it. But I think it's meant to be a 10-ounce coin that you throw in strip clubs at the dancer, isn't it?
It probably cause a little bit of bruising.
Knock them out. Concussion.
Yeah,
absolutely. Only 6 sides, bro. LMAO, Stephen.
That's no excuse, Cobra. I should be the first one on it.
Oh, I love it.
Laddie. Bloody Southerners.
Right. I'm staying out of that one. I'm from the Midlands, so I'm in the middle.
Oh, you're definitely a liberal.
I'm
aren't
a
you?
little liberal. I'm a little liberal.
Oh.
No, I honestly,
No, I'm staying away from politics.
no, absolutely. But I would describe myself as right of centre. So I'm centre, but very
Yeah, me
slightly
too.
to the right. I believe in if you work harder, you should get more. You know what I mean? I'm not a commie. Cool.
Libertarian.
Yes, yeah. I am a libertarian. I'm a libertarian. Absolutely. I believe, I'm a true libertarian because I believe people have the right to free speech, even if you're going to say something that annoys me. You know what I mean? It's like we've got the right to.
Well, free free speech? The alarm harassment thing is they quote that, but they don't. When the police quote it to you, they don't finish it off. Alarm and harassment with threats involved, violence involved. That's the quote.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, I'm going down that rabbit hole.
Let's take a hard right now because we'll fall into that one and it'll take us a while to get out. But yeah. Gilly says 365. You've got a fetish for copper, mate. Yeah, well, copper's a lovely looking metal, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, or as 365 calls it,
copper.
Copper.
Love it. The dictator's foot. I was trying to put them in the dancing slot machine. I love it.
You'll be drinking.
Always. I bet he's on the amaretto as we speak, mate.
Amaretto.
That's his tipple, isn't it? Amaretto. I never minded amaretto. It's quite nice.
I was never a whiskey drinker.
Okay.
But a friend of mine went to Ireland and he brought me some whiskey back. And I thought, I don't drink whiskey. It's just horrible. He said, try this. And it was called Teelings.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, there's some really, really nice whiskies out there. When I used to drink whiskey, my favourite by a long shot was it was Hibiki by Suntory, and it was the one I used to get was Harmony, and it's a Japanese whiskey, and that was.
Isn't that hot?
It was very nice. It was actually very nice, mate. But I know what you're saying. There's whiskey and whiskey. So I enjoy some whiskey, but I don't enjoy other whiskies. I'll be honest with you. I'm more of a bourbon man than a Scotch man. That's
bourbon.
Yeah, bourbon.
You start to sound like an American.
Bourbon. Yeah, but
they're biscuits.
Yeah, they are. I'll hold my hands up. Yeah. They're what I like to dip into what I drink nowadays. But, yeah, no, absolutely. But it's I'm having a wonderful time chatting with you, Stephen. I'm got to be honest with you. This is the first one I was a bit nervous about.
Why? Because you thought I was a Nazi.
No, I didn't think you were a Nazi.
I will tell you this. If there is anybody in here who hates Nazis more than me, then you are a deeply hateful person. Because my grandmother's brother liberated, I think it was Bergen-Belsen.
Oh wow!
And it finished him off. And he said to me one night, he says, and I was very, very young, and he says, Stephen, this is going to happen again in your lifetime. Call it out when it happens. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter.
Yeah, fair enough. I know. I will throw my hands up and admit to it. I mean, I didn't realise it was a Templar cross at first when you updated, and I did wonder to myself, well, what's with the change? But it didn't take me long, and as soon as I went onto your actual page itself, and you've got the banner at the top, and I could see all the knights with the tunics.
You were stalking them. You were stalking them.
Well, the stalking started a long time before that.
And Cobra's giving me grief in the chat as
What's he saying now?
I'm a what? A moany old kid.
I love it.
Takes one to know one, Cobra.
I've loved it. I love it.
So why was you like in fear of me? Because I'm a gobby Yorkshire.
Yeah, obviously. No, I wasn't in fear. I like to get to the full story before I make any decisions. So I hadn't made any. I was like, well, what's with the change there? So as I say, I dug into it. Like, it took me like 2 seconds to dig into it further and realise that no, obviously this is a Teutonic Knights kind of thing. Which was blatantly obvious at the time, but you know, if it wasn't, because I think, did you, if I remember correctly, did you change it mid 24-hour live? I'm sure I remember that we end.
No, I just, well, what happened was, I mean, I rediscovered my faith last year. Well, before I was a bit of an atheist, and I wasn't a believer, and I rediscovered my faith. And anyway, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. And I've been talking to a friend of mine, Flora, and he's going to do me some bars. Well, they're not bars; they're buttons, polished with that design on, and they're all going to be in capsules as well. But when I get them, there may be some giveaways going. I am contemplating now, because he gilds as well. I am contemplating getting them gilded as well, which I think they'll look pretty good if they're because the design will be is laser etched on.
Yeah, no, that's.
And if you want to go and look at his stuff, he's got a website. He's one of the big time pourers in the United States. His name is Pit Bullion, and it's not an advert. I'm a very good friend of his. I was taking the mickey out of him. Yeah. He's American.
I love it. You'll have to.
But he's a good, straight up guy.
Yeah, definitely send me the link afterwards, and I'd definitely like to check that out. That would be very, very cool. What was it? I saw a question? Oh yes, it was from Scott Silver. You've checked Scott Silver's channel out yet? He's a very new creator himself.
Yeah.
Great guy. Got some great content. He's asked, have you ever made, well, because he said he's made a mistake with the video he's made today. He tried to take it down and realised that he found out he deleted the original video too, which is an absolute nightmare. Have you? Have you? So what kind of mistakes and mishaps have you made so far?
What,
in like, you know, making a video like one I do quite semi regular is I'll either forget to turn my microphone on, or I'll forget to press record on the camera, and you know.
Yes, that's probably.
yeah. And then you finally nail it. After trying for 30 minutes. You look down, it's like I'm not even recording.
Well, I don't edit. Yeah. I don't edit. It's just raw. I'm not one for all these, Cobra and his fancy little intro.
Oh, I love Cobra's intro.
I'm not one for. I do like his intro. It's very good. Cobra's a nice guy.
No, he is a great guy.
But I don't. I haven't got the time for it. I want to do the video, bang, upload it, out. Yeah. Gone.
I'm going to be honest with you.
But
I stole my intro from myself. I used to help people with their social media. I had a channel before ages ago, and then that channel died out, and I was planning on making a new channel this year, but in the interim I was helping other people with theirs, and I made an intro for somebody else, and it was basically the one I used for my channel, and I just changed like literally a couple of bits on it, and then I used that for my channel, so I already had it made up, so it literally just took me a few seconds to knock that up. But I mean that's outstanding, mate. I mean, I really struggle to not have to edit my videos because I make so many mistakes when I'm talking, so hats off to you that you're able to actually just hit that record button. And then my first ever video back 4 years ago or whatever it was I was actually doing a video, and one of the guys I know from Canada, I'd left Discord running, and he was in voice as well, and he came on my other device and went, "Hey, Stephen." I love it.
It's actually still on the video, my first ever video.
Yeah, I love that. I'm gonna have to try and hunt that down. Is it still up for people to see?
Yeah, they're all still up. I'm not taking them.
No, I'm doing that. I'm never going to take any of my old stuff.
If you want to check a good one out, it's called Silver Sitting.
Silver Sitting?
No.
Sissy. Oh, okay. Sissy. What's that about?
A few years ago, there was a guy on YouTube. They called him Corn.
Okay.
He's on there still now, but he lost a lot of money on silver,
dear.
and he was very bitter about it. He used to make these videos calling us all silver sissies. So everybody in the community made a silver sissy video. So he's got most of my, at that time, he's got like probably about half of my stack at that time on the desk going, and I just did a slow pan across it going, I am a silver sissy.
Oh, I love that. I'm definitely going to have to check that out. That sounds like hilarious, that does. That really does. But yeah, it sounds like he got a little bit resentful of it.
Oh, a little bit. Oh, yeah. And then he was like, he started to become nasty. So we did a little bit of digging, and we found out that he was actually he used to sell high interest loans and credit cards to very vulnerable people.
Yeah.
So we called him out on it, and he disappeared for a while.
Also known as a mugger. You know.
I have another word.
Yeah. Well, I have.
Begins with C. It begins with C
T.
and ends in N-A. Yes, that one.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one thing I find in my line of work. There's a lot of people out there taking advantage of old people. It really is. And I think what it boils down to a lot of the time is. Old people we love to have a nice garden, but they'll get to a state where they're just not capable to keep on top of it themselves, and they have to get somebody else in, and then they'll have these people come in, and I've seen it where people's literally come in like a whirlwind, like someone's asked for a price, and before they know it, we're actually cutting trees and whacking them with an invoice, and it's disgusting. And I said when I started my business, I'm going to be offering a discount to anyone, and anyone over the age of 65. I'll knock money off, because I just think it's disgusting the way some people take advantage of, and I know there's I'm not saying old people aren't able to, think for themselves, etc. But they do, when you've got someone like, and they con men, they're charlatans. They are what they are. It winds me up so much.
Flybanner. Right. Do you remember the guys that used to turn up and that distinct accent? I don't know. I hope there's no Irish people in here. Anyway, I'm going to grab a go at it. Would you like your drive tarmac?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and they'll lay it 2 centimeters thick, and it looks great. This is the problem with that kind of thing. It looks great when they do it, but 3 months down the line, you've got patching in your tarmac already. It is. If you ever see anyone tarmacking and they bring out their lawn roller, panic. You know what I mean? If you've got one of those old lawn rollers, old metal lawnmowers, panic, because
Oh wow, God.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one of those for ages.
Well, I've got one, but it's an ornament nowadays. It just stands there looking good.
It's showing your age. It's showing.
It's older than me. I know that much.
We're probably not older than
Maybe.
me.
I don't know. It's a pretty old piece. Who knows? I'm just going to say I'm very much in the 7 camp when it comes to editing. Who said that he's heavy on the edit? He'll make a 2-hour video cut down to 7 minutes, and it takes me a hell of a long time to record a video. What I'll normally find is, if I record a video and it's 45 minutes, that video is probably going to be about 10 minutes long. And I'll probably get to cut like 30 minutes straight off. You know what I mean?
That'd drive me potty.
Sorry?
That would drive me potty.
Well, it's like, I find once I've got past the intro, I'm normally pretty good. So, it'll take me so many times to get past, because I never script anything. I'm never reading from anything when I do a video. It's literally all, I just say what I think sounds good. So sometimes it can really, I don't think enough about what I'm going to say, and I sit there, I'm like, okay, what am I even saying? But I'll keep at it, and eventually something will come out.
Well, yeah, I know what you mean, but I just, I can't, editing. Yeah. No.
No, luckily for me, I quite enjoy the editing. The editing is part of the hobby for me, actually. So it's that is lucky for me because I do quite a lot of editing, but I do at least enjoy it. I enjoy putting something together. If I had more time, I'd probably do more editing.
Well, I used to be a keenish amateur, semi-professional. I wouldn't call myself. I did sell some. I used to be a photographer, and I used to spend hours and hours and hours on Lightroom editing raw files to JPEGs. I just couldn't do it anymore. I just didn't.
I suppose if you've done it that much. See, I never used Lightroom. I had a friend who used Lightroom, but I always found I could do whatever I needed to in Lightroom in Photoshop anyway. So I always kind of stuck more to Photoshop. But I know exactly what you mean there. But photography is it is a great hobby to have. I used to like to go out with the camera every now and again and take a few.
I still got my gear, but I just can't do it because of my sight issues now.
That's unfortunate.
So I just no point because when I go out in natural light, my vision just blows out. It's like an overexposed photograph. It's just everything's foggy. I can't really see anything. So I have to put really dark sunglasses on. And we have to go around the side of my eyes as well. So any light gets in there, it just blows my vision out.
I just want to say a very quick hello to GTS, Darth Stacker, and LLC, who's joined us in the chat, as well as Seven. Very awesome to have you all here. Thank you very much for joining us. Scrapping Hoarding Tinkering Fun said he tried scripting one time and it totally sounded. That's the same as me. I tried it one time and I think it was on one of my really early videos. I think it was the best places to buy bullion. I used ChatGPT. So I put in what I wanted it to say and then I changed it a few times till I was happy with how it sounded. But the problem is, when you're reading from a script, it's very easy to sound scripted. And
Chat GPT, is it? Isn't that Skynet?
Yes, Skynet, absolutely, 100%. And mate, that's what I do with it. I all I do with half my time these days is interrogate ChatGPT and try and get it to admit that it's going to take over the world. I'm really like, what do you think of humanity? How do you think humanity is going to end? Will you override? And it's like I keep trying to break it, but. It's a lot of it's a lot of fun if anyone hasn't tried it yet. Just to sit there and have a conversation with a computer, it's quite insane.
One of my friends in America, she's messes around with that for her work. She lives in near Georgia in Atlanta, and he's always going on about chat. I'm staying away from that. I don't want nothing to do with it.
I get that because I'll be honest with you, it's probably the most dangerous area we've ever meddled into. How badly it could go wrong is we're so reliant upon electronic systems nowadays and computers in literally everything. And if that went down, it would be a very, very bad day. So it's what
if you're ever in a bar and a big guy walks in naked and asks you for your boots, trousers, and your motorcycle,
and your sunglasses,
run. Your sunglasses,
I want your jacket, your motorcycle,
and back
your
to the bone.
sunglasses.
Start playing on the jukebox.
You give that guy your jacket, your motorcycle, and your sunglasses, and you let him go. Absolutely. 100%. I used to love those films though, the original two, the Terminator and Terminator 2. I thought they were great.
It
was a golden age for action movies, I think, during the 80s.
Yeah, and then all these special effects, computer, I think, ruined
I'm
everything.
with you. I agree 100%. I think we concentrate too much on making these fancy special effects and don't concentrate enough on good plot and storyline and acting. And I think Hollywood has become very whitewashed nowadays. So I'm with you 100% there. Question for Stephen: what are your
12-inch?
See, this is why I was looking forward to having you on, buddy. I love it. What are your thoughts on CBDCs?
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
And stay well clear of it.
Yeah,
Say no.
say no. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm not into it. I'm actually a cash guy. I'm an old school cash guy. I don't like paying for things.
That car, isn't it?
Sorry, cash guy. Yeah, it
That's a
is.
car, is
It is, of course. Nissan cash guy. I think.
Sorry,
You're,
sorry, I'm
you're fine.
I've got my banter head.
That's my kind of
Got my
that's
banter
my
head.
kind of humour, mate. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's fine. No, a cash guy. I'm a cash guy.
Oh, a cash.
No,
That
cash.
not English accent.
Yeah.
All right,
All right, meet up.
downtown.
How you doing?
Oh, all right, my dude, run
That's
downtown.
it. It's not wrong. It's not wrong, though. It's 100% right.
I live very close to Chesterfield, and they
Oh,
got
wow.
the very similar.
Yeah, no, Chesterfield's not far from me. You're really close to me, then, mate.
Yeah, I'm like. Have you heard of a place called
Yes,
Dronfield?
yeah.
I'm on the border with Dronfield.
Right, okay.
The Derbyshire border is like. There's a river that runs. There's some on my road. There's just like
Yeah.
a woods, and there's a river that runs down there, and that's the border between Yorkshire and Derbyshire. I mean, you don't know if you remember that a lot of back in the day that all borders were done by rivers.
Yeah.
Well, that's the old border. Well, it still is the border between Derbyshire and Yorkshire. Is that river, which is like 200 meters away from where I live.
Oh, wow. Proper local, then. Because you used to be a biker, didn't you?
Long time ago.
I can see why, if that's what you're.
Matlock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Matlock.
Matlock Bath every Sunday.
Yes, and bank holidays.
Absolutely.
I once remember going there on a bank holiday Monday, and all these mods came on you with scooters. Didn't go very well for them.
I love it. Absolutely. Now, I used to do a little bit of urban exploration, and right down, do you know the other side of a river? There's an old building down there. It's it's got a few buildings to it. It's like a complex, and that's abandoned. And it's got 2 caves inside it. I used to love not breaking into it, but
What, here?
no, in Matlock Bath.
Oh, Matlock Bath. Oh, I don't know. I used to just go there and walk up and down the bikes and have a cup of coffee, then go home.
Yeah.
Go in the arcades as well and play on the
Yeah, I can't fault you. I in summertime, I like in an evening, I like to drive up there, just get myself a portion of fish and chips from that round chippy, and just walk.
Yeah, everybody goes there.
Absolutely, it's great. It's a great place to go.
Are you talking about Gulliver's Kingdom where the caves are?
No. The caves I'm talking about, they're literally. Do you know the river that's next to the strip there that we're talking about? It's literally just on the other side of that river, right there. It's it's where it's like on the, say if you were at that round chippy and you walk up to the other end, it's kind of just past the strip itself, and you'll see a bridge, like an abandoned bridge now. They've boarded off, and you used to be able to walk just straight across that bridge, and then you were into the complex. And there's one very small cave that was called the grotto. And that was horrible because there was a huge stone which was just about to. It'd been closed off. It wasn't safe to go in. There was big signs and everything telling people it wasn't safe to go in, and you had to go under.
You're
all right, mate.
Sorry,
You're all right.
Again. Isn't there a legend that there used to be a troll in one of them? I think, if I remember.
Probably.
Right. The legend. Of the troll.
Probably, but it might not be in these particular caves because that area is riddled with caves all up to the.
It was Cobra's cave.
Yeah, I love it. Just going back onto the CBDCs very quickly. I can see 7. Now this makes sense to me with the hybridization system between CBD and cash. I don't think, but as long as you've got cash to go with CBDC, it takes the sting out of CBDCs. What are your thoughts on that?
I just don't want anything to do with them.
No,
I've seen what's happening. I've just seen what's happening in Europe, where it's being pushed and pushed and pushed, and it's probably going to be there in the next year or two.
Yeah.
There's certain countries, Austria, Holland, and Denmark, and I think one of the Eastern European countries. They're seriously thinking about pulling out of the European Union. I don't want anything to do with it. Really do not. I'd rather go and live in a cave with
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you see, where I stand about it is I don't care about it if it doesn't affect me. If it's out there and other people are using it, but I don't have to because I've still got cash and debit cards and the old system, I don't care about it that way. But when I care about it is when you start taking the old system away to purely only use that. That's what I don't want to happen.
I think it's the things that they can do with it.
Yeah.
Which really scares me. And especially if Tony Blair gets his way, because he wants to put the digital identification with the CBDC on your mobile phone. And if you're say like I don't know, you're like me, who's got sugar, diabetes. I've got type 2 diabetes. You go to a shop and buy a small bar of chocolate, and it says no, you can't have one. You're diabetic. Or you can't fly abroad on holiday because your vaccinations are not up to date.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, that thing.
I'm with you there. Like, but the way people were forced into having the vaccine, I wasn't behind that one little bit.
Well, my doctor's surgery called me up. This is a funny thing. Last week, and the nurse says, "Oh, do you want to come and have your flu and COVID, back on?" No, thank you. Oh, that's okay. I'll put it on your record. I says, "What do you mean? What do you mean? Put it on my record? Have you got some sort of like criminal record if I don't have my COVID injection?"
It all goes on your permanent record. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, but the problem is, people were literally forced to have it. Like, there was a lot of people that if you didn't have it, you lost your job. And that's it just comes across as very tyrannical to me. That does, forcing people to have medical treatment.
Yeah.
No, you go ahead, mate.
My doctor's surgery, when you phone them up, there's a message on there, and like my father's exempt from wearing a mask, and even now they say if you've got an exemption, please wait outside while we. So I said, "You think my 89-year-old father's going to wait outside in snow and rain and freezing cold while you make a decision whether he can come into a public area? Because when you unlock that door, the reception becomes a public area."
Yeah, public thoroughfare.
I think you ought to go and check government rules and regulations about it now, because you don't have to wear a mask anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. It stopped being mandatory a long time ago. Absolutely. Ray's saying CBDs are very different to using debit or credit card. Very different indeed. They are absolutely very different to using a credit or debit card. The whole system is different. The whole way the system works. It appears to be the same because you go and use a card or your phone, whatever, and then the system does the rest. But the way the CBD central banking system works, as opposed to the current system, it's a lot, it really is, like you were saying with the identity thing. And you'd have thought Tony Blair learnt his lesson about identity cards, because he really pushed for us to have identity cards back in the past, didn't he?
He's evil, that man.
That's a strong statement.
He's evil. He is. He's evil.
Apparently, he's evil. Allegedly.
And his little sidekick from Burnley.
Yeah. Can you remember that time where Gordon Brown said that he saved the world? He was given because he became, after Tony Blair stepped down, he became the de facto prime minister, didn't he? And he was giving a statement for Parliament, and I think he meant to say something about they saved the economy, and he turned around and.
But he saved the banking industry.
Yeah. And what he actually said, he slipped up and said he saved the world. And it was like, okay.
Do you know what else the clown did? He sold 400 tons of gold and announced it to the markets before he sold it. He sold what he was going to sell it at. So the market speculated. The value of gold went down, and they bought it from us at a low price. And then about a week later, lo and behold, the price of gold went through the roof.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's tantamount to insider trading, that really, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's
Politics.
Yeah, politics indeed, mate. Absolutely. If one of us normals tried to do something like that, it'd go very differently. Just a quick look at the chat. I reversed my type 2 diabetes with September 3 months after diagnosis. Lost 2 stone as well. Big wake up call. Well done, mate.
Nice. Well done. Well done. Who's that? Who's done that?
So that's Born to Skydive.
Well done, Born.
Absolutely. Brilliant. Yeah, like Kobe said, it's all corrupt, and that's the problem. The people who want power, the kind of people that shouldn't be allowed to have it, and it is a massive issue. But when it comes back to CBDCs, say no. Just say no to CBDCs.
Just say no. Just say no.
Absolutely.
There'd be a certain age to get that.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Well done, Born to Skydive. Absolutely. Massive well done to Born to Skydive. That's a great achievement, that is. So, I mean, my problem is, when it comes to CBDCs, I just kind of know that they're going to get eaten up by the masses who are going to see it as like this really new fandangled thing. Sorry? Yeah, from the sheeple. And they're gonna want it without realizing that no, actually you don't want it. It's gonna, because everyone's all about paying for things on the phone nowadays and just flashing a bit of card and. I used to do that, and I found that I was skint all the time because I wasn't really, you're not really spending money when you're just flashing a card. You're not keeping on top of what you're spending. You know what I mean? And then it's you look at the end of the day and you think, well, why have I got no money? What's going off? Is somebody's stealing money out of my account? I mean, you go through all the purchases and you find out, well, no, actually, when they all add up, I have spent that much money.
But even now, I mean, my dad went to put a few £1,000s in his bank account the other day in cash. I think he had a win on the horses. I can't remember. And he went. I think it was around about £3,000, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm digressing. He went into the bank, and he said, "I'd like to put that in my bank account, please." And you know what the tiller turned around to him and said, "Where did you get that from?" I said, "What did you say to her?" He says, "That's a bit rude, isn't it?" He says, "Yeah, but we've got to ask you." He says, and he leant over the thing and says, "If you're going to make an accusation, make it now."
Yeah, I'm with him 100%. I think I'd have responded to something like, "And what's your address again? You want to know my personal information? How do you feel? Because we're like, well, I'm not going to give you that. You don't need to know where I got my money from. I'm not,
But your bag wasn't there.
No, absolutely. I think.
Look, sweetheart. Do your job. What you're paid for. You put money into the account, and you take money out to give to people when they come into the branch, or you sort loans out, open people's bank accounts, things like that. That is your job. Your job is not to question a customer where he got cash from.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he tries to take some cash out, and oh wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless you've got a genuine reason to believe that the cash has been gotten from ill-gotten gains, which they won't have. So they're not detectives.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Said. He leant over and said, "If you're going to make an accusation, make it right now in front of me."
Yeah, absolutely. But it's just ridiculous, that kind of thing is. I mean, why don't you want the money? Surely you're in the business to accept the cash. I think
being softened up for CBDC. That's what I
think there's a lot of truth to that, mate. I generally think these things have been going off in the back burner for quite some time. The Great Reset is something I've been hearing about for years now. You know what I mean? And it's I think these things are a lot further down in the pipeline than people realise, and it's just getting to the point to where it's getting to where they need to release them now. So it's very dangerous. I mean, there's some comments being said. Ray said that it's people saying it's inevitable that will make it happen. People absolutely need pay with cash as often as possible. But the problem is with that is you've got these places now that aren't letting people pay with cash. I think personally, now what's your thoughts to this, Stephen, and everyone else in the comment? I think we should push for there to be a law in place that says that any establishment has to accept legal, cash legal tender, and isn't allowed to deny it. They're not allowed to say, "Oh, card only." If it's a valid £20 note, they have to accept it.
Yeah. But I also, we'll go to the supermarket, we'll go to our local Morrison's, and they have 2 tills open. All the rest of these automatic tilling machines. Yeah. And I'm like, Dad, don't go to these automatic tilling machines. Go to a till, because what they want to do is they want to get rid of all the tills, fire the staff so they make more money, and get you going through there to soften you up for CBD. Always use your cash. Don't use your card.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100%. I mean, I can never use those machines anyway. I've always got something. It's normally one of these. It's normally a can of Monster. Yeah. That means I have to actually get. There's pointless going to the self-serve, because even if I go to self-serve, I've got to wait for whoever's on duty to come behind the counter to click OK to my age on it. So I always go to the counter anyway. But you're 100% right. The problem is these things, like I said earlier, these things can be very helpful if they're an addition to the system. It's when they start replacing the system, and you start being told you're not allowed to use cash, and you've got to use your card, and you've got to use these self checkout machines. That's when it becomes a problem. If other people want to use them and I'm still allowed to use cash, that's fine. It doesn't affect.
I have no problem with
absolutely. It. It's only when
you want to use your card or you want to use your phone. Well, it's the same. It's the same with power generation. I'm all for wind and solar power, but we have to run nuclear, gas, and oil at the same time as a backup. So what happens at night? Yeah. There's no solar power, and if the wind drops, there's no wind. So you need a backup. I'm all for having solar and wind, but we need everything. We need everything.
We do. I used to work in the industry. I worked in one of the big 6 energy suppliers, and there's no type of sustainable energy that would actually be used. We'd have rolling blackouts all the time. It would go back to the 60s where you had rolling blackouts all the time. They wouldn't be able to produce enough electricity. They're just not capable enough of doing that.
Perhaps you could answer me this question. I was told this about a year ago, that every single one of these windmills in its country has a backup generator to it. I thought so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. You'll find a lot of that going off. The wind power, it doesn't produce a lot of energy. The sails themselves are getting bigger, which creates more power, but they're not a great form of energy. There's things like the sea snakes. They're just like a huge giant snake, and all we do is put them out in the waves, and it's just the waves moving around that creates the power. Nuclear is the way forward, really. Nuclear energy is amazing. It's just there's a small amount of waste that we have to come up with a good way to get rid of, and then nuclear, it's really,
especially those new fusion reactors as well. You can. I don't know if it's true, but there was on about putting on the Trent where all the old coal factories. Yeah. They were on about one or two on the Trent on these small little fusion reactors.
Okay. I'd not heard about that. I'll definitely have to have a look into that, because that's really interesting. But nuclear energy. I mean, a nuclear reactor will keep going and going and going and going for like near enough forever. You don't need to refuel. It'll produce some waste, and that's we need to look into if we can come up with a good way to make nuclear waste inert. that's brilliant. That is brilliant. I mean, people were massive. Can you remember when you started getting these nuclear power plants popping up here and there, and how against people were against nuclear power in the 80s and 90s? And I think it's just because it had the word nuclear to it. I mean, obviously, you had things like Chernobyl, which didn't help. It doesn't look great after you have a reactor.
5 Mile Island.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And what was the one in Cumbria? They had a bit of an accident as well, didn't they? Windscale. Is it Windscale in Cumbria? They had a bit of an accident.
I would definitely have to look into that. I'm not aware of that one, mate.
I don't think it was nothing like Chernobyl or 5 Mile Island, but they had a bit of an accident.
I know we had I know down south. I can't remember exactly where it was, but I know down south we had the largest ever non-nuclear explosion. Do you know how that happened?
Nope, never heard of that.
Yeah, if you Google it, it'll come up. Basically, there was a huge bomb cache down south somewhere. Sorry.
When you say bomb cache, do you mean nuclear war?
No, that's what I mean. Non-nuclear. So just an absolute ton of them, just like thousands and thousands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this was like a silo where they just stored like bombs, but non-nuclear bombs.
Bombs.
Yeah,
bombs.
yeah. And there was a guy there working on one of them, and he was supposed to use an acrylic hammer, and he didn't. He accidentally picked up a brass-headed hammer, which caused sparks, and he set the whole thing off. And it's still it's like the crater nowadays. You can see it from Google Earth. It's still a huge, gigantic crater that just takes up this whole chunk of the countryside. And that was So that was I think still to this day is the biggest ever non-nuclear blast. It's certainly one of them.
Wow, I've never heard of that one before.
Yeah, I came across it. What was the? It was a guy with a YouTube channel. His name's Tom. I can't remember his channel, but he always does like really interesting little stories like that. Or he did a story about the guy who made a nuclear reactor in his back garden. That's
wow.
Interesting.
I tell you what I did see a few years ago. It was a really famous one. He was in California.
Yeah.
When a whale washed up on the beach.
Oh, okay.
And it had been there for days and days, rotting away. California heat.
Yeah.
And they didn't know what to do with it. So they put it up, and there was like bits of rotting whale flesh flying through the air all over downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah.
There's actually film of it being blown up on the beach.
Yeah. No, I remember. I remember that now. I do remember that now. You said it. I love it. I know. No, I don't. I don't love it because obviously whales are brilliant, magnificent, majestic animals.
Well, it was dead.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. And it's pretty much a death sentence when they get beached, isn't it? I think even if they're able to get back in the water, they basically internal damages through the weight of being out of the water pretty much means that if a whale gets beached, even if they get back in water, pretty much they die near enough every time, unfortunately. And they also don't know exactly why whales beach themselves as well, do they?
No, there's a rumour about submarines and sonars on Navy ships. But can I just answer this question because I've got a real funny answer? 365. Is it true? Is the moon made all out of cheese?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Cheddar, Stilton, Wensleydale, and Cheshire.
I love it. Makes me think.
And if it was a French moon, it would have brie.
Absolutely.
I'm in there.
Unless you blew it up and then all that be left would be debris.
Well, what do you mean the hollow moon? Oh no, I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
That's really interesting though. I that is a rabbit hole I got lost in.
Oh, yeah, my goodness.
No, we're keeping it. We're keeping it away. We're not going into that. About I don't know if you've ever seen it. There's one. I love one quote about it. It's from a TV show called Space Force. And we're on about the Earth being round or flat, and there's one guy who explains it like, yeah, no, it's round, but also flat, like a pizza. Believe me, I've eaten one. And it's just, I can't do it justice. It's just absolutely hilarious the way he says it. But yeah, no.
My answer to flat earthers is, go and watch the pub landlord video of where he's discussing flat Earthers.
Is that Al Murray?
Well, of course it's not flat. It's got mountains and hills and trees. How could that be flat?
Absolutely. Is that Al Murray, is it? Yeah,
Al Murray, yeah,
he's a funny guy, he is. I've not watched that in some time.
Yeah, a bit of a lefty, but you know.
Yeah. Well, we're all right with people that are a little bit lefty, but I mean, to be honest, it's like I say, if you're far right or far left, then I'm probably going to disagree with you anyway. I mean, any fundamentalist is.
Me too. Me too.
And that's what I mean. I'm slightly right of centre, but mainly I'm.
I have conservative values, but I also like social programs like the NHS. Things like that. As long as it doesn't get abused, which I'm afraid it does these days.
The problem is policing that, though, because people are smart and they figure out how to cheat the system, and it's I think it's important to keep changing things to make sure you've got as little of that going off as possible, because it's one thing I definitely say about a system really.
I like that one.
What's that one?
It's so funny. A French would probably be on strike.
Love it.
Or has a little white flag at the top. We surrender.
I like 365. It's made of cheese. Gromit told me it was, and I was going to say when you were answering that, it made me think of the Grand Day Out. Was that the first ever Wallace and Gromit piece?
Never watched one. Never watched the Wallace and Gromit.
Did you not? I watched all the early ones at Christmas, like the first few, and then they started making them into actual like movies for the cinema, and it got really, really like mainstream. But I thought the first few, like The Wrong Trousers and Grand Day Out, I thought they were really good.
Which one? 365, the small one or the large one?
What's he said?
Is that skull made out of solid silver? In fact, well, they both are. They're both made out of solid silver.
That's cool. That's cool. I've only got mine's stone or pewter.
Pewter. That's super duper. The large one is made by my friend Pit Bullion. That's 9.9 ounces.
Yeah.
We tried to make it 10, but he came up short, and he says, "Is that all right?" I said, "Yeah, no problem."
Yeah. Where's the little one? I think that's the one you got recently, and I love it.
Oh no,
that one that's just behind your pile.
That little one. That I can't find it because I can't.
No, it's behind. Is it behind the pile there on the left hand side?
I can't. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that one?
I saw that. Yes, because I saw that recently in a because you did a video on that recently, didn't you?
That's
crazy.
The guy who makes this, right?
Yeah.
This is a guy called Bay City Bullion, or as we knew him back in the day, he was called Supplement. And he does the most fantastic ports. I mean, this is a prototype. This is a prototype of it. But
it's incredible.
You go on his channel, and you look at the firearms that he makes, solid silver.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you like firearms, or if you like silver firearms and things like that, you just go and look at backyard. Ooh, good. Ooh. You go and look at Bay City Bullion's work. Oh, wow. I haven't spoken to him for a few years, but he used to come on our Discord, Metals Mafia, and he used to sell his wares. He put this up one night, and I just saw it and I just went, this is my prototype. He says, I want that.
Yeah.
And he said, I said, this is the only time, when I bought this is the only time that I have been caught by the HMRC importing silver.
Oh, yeah. I got caught recently.
And they charged me import tax, opening up of the box, and VAT.
Yeah. I've got it. First ever time this week. I've been stung by customs tax, and it stung me hard. So yeah, unfortunate. Mate, are you all right talking about one of your pieces for a couple of minutes? Is that okay?
Yeah, which one would you like me to talk about?
Just any. I just need to nip away to the toilet very quickly, buddy.
You need to take a leak.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I will grab. I'm sorry, I'm a bit blind, chap, so you'll have to forgive me. I will get the big skull. All right, this was done for me. I bought a load of this stuff about 3 years ago. The guy's called Pit Bullion. And there's his logo, 9.9 ounces. He doesn't really pour anymore. He does art bars, but he's going to do my channel bar. Yeah, I did this ages ago, and I got a lot. I've got a Golem one. I got loads of others, but I sold a lot off. I did some smaller skulls as well, but yeah, I bought this 3-4 years ago. The guy's good, but his art bars are fantastic. I've got one of his art bars. Is there anything else anybody would like to see? Any questions? No. Sorry, it's a bit laggy here. Addicted to precious metals. You should do a live opening of Geigers. And well, it's funny you should say that. And I probably got some more Geigers on the way. I'm doing a big order on Monday, which will involve.
Hey, buddy, how we doing?
But isn't it rude to be interrupted by somebody from the Midlands?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
all right.
We speak in it.
I was just telling them that I'm buying some gold and some more Geiger bars on Monday.
Nice.
So
I'm a big fan of it, Geigers.
Yes, I am as well. I didn't know. I had some. These were my first Geigers. I actually got these from America.
Okay.
The guy Pit Bullion, we did a group buy on our Discord, and I got one of these, and I got some 1 gram golds as well. But I sold the 1 grammers because I wasn't really into like fractional gold at that time. Yeah. I mean, the lowest I will go now is 1/4 ounce fractional gold.
Fairs. I like the little 1 gram bars. I'm going to get a few more of them, but I'm not going to, I've got this. I'm only going to get like 5 or 10 in total and then stop at them. But, it's because I bought one and I can't just have one of something. I have to have at least something. It's like you said earlier with that stackers mentality. You buy one and then that's it.
Yes, I've got one to go with it. One out. I've got to go and buy one of those.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, Cobra, my Star Wars collection is not here. I took a hammer to it and smashed it all to pieces because I don't like Star Wars. No, I wouldn't take a hammer to them. They're not in the house, so I say.
Yeah.
But next time I do a video, I'll do the movie bar ones, the 40th anniversary, the Star Wars and the Empire Strikes Back. I did have some Return of the Jedi ones, but I sold them I traded them with a Canadian for some gold.
Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. No, that's really cool. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. What's your thoughts on this current series we've had from Royal Mint on Star Wars? I've not been massively impressed by them.
Oh, I'm not a Star Wars fan anyway. But,
yeah. No, I mean just as a coin, the designs on them, etc.
Well, you see, I'm not into like that photo sort of etched coin.
Yes.
I don't know if you know the Lord of the Rings series, what the New Zealand Mint did.
Yes, there's one. Just fair look. I've got the Ring of Power right here.
Is it the one I've got, the proof one?
It's one I bought off Cobra.
Oh, that's one of his peasant ones, isn't it? Yeah.
One of his peasant ones.
Yeah, I've got the ones that were released a few years ago, and they released. There was a depiction of. God, brain freeze again.
Mount Mordor. Eye of Mordor. That was one of my favourite ones.
The guy. Oh my God, Sauron. There was Sauron.
Sauron.
And
I have Sauron.
He's got his hand held up to the coin.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
The ring was gilded in gold.
Yeah.
And I just went, this is going to be such an awesome collection.
Yeah.
And then they released Gandalf. And it was photo etched, and I thought, okay, it's a one-off. I'll get this one. And then they released Frodo, and it was photo etched.
Yeah.
Nope.
I've got to say, I agree with you 100%. That's my main problem with them. It's we've just whacked it. There's no design to it. We just took a photo and put it on.
Yeah.
And that's clearly what we've done.
Cheap.
Yeah. Very cheap.
And
they
they actually prey on the Star Wars collectors because they know it's going to sell. Like Disney coins, they know they're going to sell.
Yeah.
There's loads of Disney collectors out there and Star Wars.
Oh, hell yes. Hell yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you're right. There's, they are preying on that kind of person. Also, there's people who like to, they're just hardcore coin collectors. Kind of have to buy everyone that's released.
Well, that's why they released it in a 50p format, because they know there's a lot of people who collect 50 pences.
Yeah. Yeah, there are 50p's are very, very popular. And can you believe we've had one every 2 months? That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, considering when they release the Tudor Bees, which is one every 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'd much rather have a Tudor Bees gold, or if they improve the silver quality.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have one of those than Star Wars. But I'm not a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah,
I do like. Yeah. The only Star Wars movie I've ever enjoyed was Empire Strikes Back.
Well, it's the best one.
Yeah.
A lot of people say Empire was the best one. I'm a big fan of the original trilogy, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
Midichlorians. I remember, what? Midichlorians? Where did they come from?
Where did chlorines come from? Metachlorons or whatever. That was in the prequels, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were like a couple of them were watchable. I was a fan of the Clone Wars series. That's what really got me into Star Wars a few years back, was the Clone Wars series. But the new stuff, those new 3 movies, I thought they were quite diabolical. Really, I really did.
I tell a lie. There is one of the new ones which I watched because we had it here, because the next door neighbour wanted to watch it. Their grandkids wanted to come and watch because they haven't got Sky. So I said, if they want to come and watch a movie anytime, and Rogue Squadron was on, and I thought that was pretty damn good.
Is that Rogue One?
Rogue One or whatever it was.
Yeah. I tell you what. Do you know that scene at the end where Vader comes into that corridor?
Mm-hmm.
That was that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It really was. That little scene, that was amazing. They're all huddled in, and he just walks in on his own and just massacres them. That was great. The film itself was good. I'm going to be honest with you. I came away from Rogue One saying, that's the best Star Wars film I've seen in a while. I'll give you that one. I actually forgot. I forget about Rogue One all the time because it's like a Star Wars.
It's like a branch off, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, the best ever Star Wars branch off film is Endor, Battle of Endor.
Not watched that.
It was so bad.
When he went to Disney, I was kind of.
Yeah, no, this was years ago. This came out around the same time as the original films. Battle of Endor, because obviously people loved Endor from the last film, didn't they? Where they had the battle with the little Ewoks.
Yeah.
And there's an actual film called Battle of Endor, which is it's got the Ewoks in it. It's not got Luke or any of the Jedis or anything like that. But that was awful. That was diabolical. That was nearly as bad as the Star Wars Christmas special. If you've ever seen that.
No.
No, they've got rid of that. Sorry, mate. Go on.
I remember someone did some rock band did a Star Wars Christmas song once, and I'm like, what on earth is this? I can't remember if it was like Bon Jovi or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just went, ugh.
But
I used to be a big Bon Jovi fan in 1986 when they released Slippery When Wet. And I went to see them here at the City Hall. And he mined. And that following year, they played the Monsters of Rock at Donington. So me and my brother went, because I think Dio was on as well. Ronnie James Dio was on the bill. And we thought, I looked at my brother and she said, are we going to stop and watch this idiot? And he says, I may as well. Anyway, he went through a few songs and he went up to the stage and all the little teen girlies were there screaming. He just said, don't you just want to touch this man? And me and my brother just looked at each other and goes, right, we're going.
That's my cue. I'm out.
We're gone. Bye.
Yeah. You've said enough. I'm gone. I love it. Yeah, I think I'd been there with you, mate. Walking straight out. Yeah. So, let's go back onto the shiny a little bit. When we talked about favourite coins earlier, what's your favourite mint?
Wow.
APM's the worst.
Wow. Favourite mint. It goes in cycles with me.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I like Perth mint stuff. I've always liked Perth mint stuff.
Yeah.
I like Germania. I love Germania.
Yeah, Germania's great.
Wow. Have you seen the latest coin they've done?
Not seen the latest. What's
the
that?
Maltese Knight. Oh.
Okay.
Wow. It's wonderful. It's got the Maltese cross on the back, which instantly attracts me.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's just Martin at God. Brain freeze again. Marty's got it up on his website.
Yeah.
Guy from Newcastle. Got his name. Oh, God.
Silver Trader.
I've been a customer for like 6 years and, spent thousands of I just forgot his name. But he's just put it up today. It's £47, but, oh, wow.
Yeah. See, that's Germania for you. It's a bit pricey, but it's fantastic stuff.
The quality. I like Perth mint. I like Germania. I like Tiger. If I was going to buy bullion now, and I mean basic bullion like Britannias or whatever, RCM, their bars are wonderful. And
good.
I said this to Cobra the other night when he did his live stream and the RCM bar came up, and nobody was interested. I was like, why haven't I joined? I'm like, I'm not being funny, but that 10-ounce bar is the best quality 10-ounce bullion bar you can buy on the market today. No doubt about it, because it's got a serial number on it.
Yeah,
and it's such a beautiful bar.
Yeah, no, that's.
You know what? Nice. I know what my worst mint is.
Go on.
US mint.
Is it?
I hate them.
Fair.
My most hated coins are, well, not in no particular order, all the same, and I'll give you the reason why. The ASE, the Libertad,
okay,
the South African Cougarand, and there's another one and I can't remember, because there's no shiny on it. It's all dull.
Yeah. Okay. It's matte finish.
I have got a Cruise American Eagle, and it's stunning.
Yeah.
But I just will not. I just think everybody freaks out about them and say, "Oh, ASC, they're horrible."
That's fair enough. That is fair enough. I understand. I can get that. I get your understanding there as well, because you're right. It's a lot of matte stuff, isn't it? They don't come out with particularly mirror finish often. And I really do like that mirrored finish. If you've got a coin that's got a lot of mirrored finish on it, I very often say, well, it's almost like a proof coin.
Yeah.
It is something very, very nice. I mean,
why I like the Perth mint so much.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Perth mint. Now, I don't mind tones that are matte, because obviously I like the old silver anyway, and that's never shiny. But I'm the Perth mint is one of my favourites right now. I'm loving the Dragon Bars. Really getting into Perth mint. We mentioned the Nui mint. I love some of their stuff. I think the Nui mint are really kicking out some really, really fun coins. RCM Canadian mint. They do
Maples.
Maples.
Yeah, you're gonna buy a bullion coin, Maple Leaf all day long.
Yeah. I've actually not long got my first ever maple. So this one
when they sorted out their milking
21.
issues.
Yes. Yeah, because they were bad for that, wasn't they?
Terrible.
There was
Terrible.
Yeah, they were one of the worst for milk spots at one point. This is one. Yeah, and this is what I say, the Canadian Mint were renowned for their spotting, and they've sorted it out. So, Royal Mint...
Royal Mint, they spend all that money on the Britannia the security features on it.
Yeah.
To make it the best security feature.
Yes.
Of any bullion coin, you get milky, milky, milky. Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy.
It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
To make such, I mean, because the Exurity feature that they've got, the Exurity feature, that's for pattern background. That's fabulous. And then you've got the hologram on them. That's fabulous. And then you go and ruin it by covering it over with that nasty pasty white, spotting, and it just so off-putting.
Horrible.
And, I know people say, well, it's milk spotting. It doesn't devalue coin, but it does devalue coin.
Does. If there's two coins exactly the same, the same year, one's milk, one's not. Which one are you going to buy?
You're going to buy one that's not milky, and I say it every time. That's the exact point that I make. It's APM. Hold on, I was going to say APM offers a coin cleaning service that will remove milk spots and half the silver content too.
There is actually a way of getting rid of milk spots.
Rubber.
A very soft white rubber, and do not repeat. Do not do it on a proof coin. APM.
God no! Don't ever do it on a proof. But you're right. With a really good quality soft eraser, if you're in the States, or rubber for us over here, you can get rid of milk spots that way, 100%.
I had a load of kangaroos spot on me, and because they're quite dullish, I just took the rubber to it, and they just went. And I've got some polishing rag as well, and I only use it on bullion coins that you can't scratch, but won't scratches. I don't know if you've seen that video of my Tudor bees where I was reeling and naffed off. I actually cleaned them with this polishing rag. And if anybody's seen my video, where's it? I cleaned one of them, and this is the one. And that was her. She was milked and faded and scratched, and I just slightly went over with this polishing thing, and it just came off. And it's a bullion coin to me. It means really.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. If you've got a bullion coin that is that milky, I think you're better off getting an eraser to it and very lightly getting rid of them, because I think you can find it easier to sell it in that condition than you would covered in whacking great milk spots.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the black stuff actually comes off when you do it to rub it. That's silver.
Yeah.
That is silver.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
You're taking a tiny layer of the silver off.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right, and it's the same. It's the same for any kind of cleaning technique, really. You're taking a very, very tiny amount of the metal off the surface to give it a fresh surface underneath.
But I would only do it on bullion coins. I wouldn't ever do it on. I mean, there's another one. I don't know if you all know about this one. How do you get rid of copper spots on gold?
No, this is interesting. Red spot on gold. This is something I know about red spot, because obviously I'm into my older stuff.
Well, do you know how you get rid of tarnish on silver?
Bicarb.
Bicarb, hot water, tin foil.
Yep. Is it the same for copper? Is it?
Same way.
Okay.
My friend in Canada, she bought a buffalo. And I call them buffaloes, by the way, not bisons, but if you want to call them bisons.
That's fine. It's fine.
Me, and there was a big red copper spot above the the buffalo's head. And I told her, I said, look, it's a bullion coin, so what I'm going to tell you how to do it. This was about 3-4 years ago. Yeah. When you clean it, do not rub it. Just pat it dry with a very, very soft cloth.
Yeah.
And she did, and she dipped it in the solution.
Yeah.
Copper spot just disappeared between her eyes. And her actual words were, "What is this magic?"
I love it. Just in case anyone wasn't aware, because it's not something you're really going to come across on modern bullion, but you will find it on the older sovereigns, that kind of thing. It's often known as red spot. It's kind of like the milk spotting equivalent on gold. Like Stephen said, it's copper spot, and it's where there's areas in the gold that have slightly higher copper content, just the way the alloys were mixed. And it's something you get on older gold pieces rather than new modern pieces. But that's really interesting to learn that bicarb soda works for copper spot and gold as well.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, Darth just said copper spot. As I say, it's something that affects older gold pieces. Because they use copper a lot for the alloy.
Yes, Darth, we're bringing a new law out that all Star Wars coins and bullion pieces are going to milk and have copper spots on them.
Absolutely not. But so as I say, copper spot is something that affects older gold pieces. You won't get it much on the more modern pieces, but yeah, it's where you'll get just little red spots in a gold coin because of the copper content. But again, mate, as I say, that's it's really, really interesting to know to get rid of it. APM's put, I will get red spot if I put in with a boiled egg.
No.
Might have to give it a go. When I get one thing I love about APM is how he doesn't confirm to any, he doesn't care what he does to his bullying.
I saw him with the video the other day. He was opening those ones that snap off. I can't remember them.
Oh, Valcambis, yeah, the combi bars.
He just ripped into the box and he bent all.
Yeah,
and went, well, never mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Did he do that on Might and I Live?
I can't remember. It might have been, actually, yes.
I think it might have been on the live I had with APM, because I definitely remember that, because he was one with the, it wasn't the 1 gram, it was the 10 gram, wasn't it? It had 10 gram bars.
It was, it was a 10 gram.
Yeah, it had, rather than have 100 1 grams, it had 10 grams. Because, it definitely put it on my list, because I've recently picked up the 100 gram combi bar, which is something that I've wanted since the beginning of the year, really. I think I saw it on 365 channel first, but I just love the way he experiments with silver.
You're a bit of a prepper.
Me, I've always been a bit of a prepper, mate. Yeah, no, absolutely. I got swept up in the whole 2012 Mayan calendar thing, mate.
Oh.
I did. I really did, honestly.
I used to work for BT.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this story. I'll tell you 2 stories about BT.
Yeah, go on, mate.
We remember when the Millennium Bug.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Y2K.
They had me in and a few other guys. And he says, right, we're going to play quadruple time and 2 days in lieu if you come in New Year's Eve. I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem. He says, because we know something's going to happen, but we don't know what. Okay, right, no problem. So this is in, right? This is in. I can't say too much because I signed the secrets.
Yeah.
This is a building that controls all the internet in the north and the mid.
Okay.
Right. They've got a room called the Bridge, which they've got all these big screens up. I'll tell you another story about that, but I'm not going to digress at the moment. And they were all there. We're getting ready for it. They're all gathered round already, and it went to 12, and nothing happened.
Yeah. No, look, one thing about the Millennium Bug or Y2K, right? I see a lot of younger people, like people who were born after it happened, and obviously are now in their 20s. But they laugh about it like we were all idiots. But what they don't realise is that fortunately, people discovered that it was going to happen before it happened, and were able to change things to stop things from happening. But if it had been left the way it was, the computers wouldn't have been able to recognise the clocks changing. And that's what it came down to, the fact that we were going from 1999, 89 to 00 again. The computers wouldn't have been able to work it out too well. But there was a lot of work gone in to Y2K in the months leading up to it. But it was.
Well, he got to 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And I said, and they came in. He goes, the guy says, right, you can go home if you want. He says, am I still going to get paid until 6 in the morning? He went, no. And he went, well, I'm staying then.
I'm staying then.
Well, talking like a true Yorkshireman.
Yeah. Quadruple time, mate. I'm all right.
I'm
Just
2
sitting
days
here.
off in lieu. I'm 2 days off in lieu. Oh, I'm
Absolutely.
stopping. I'm stopping.
That's it. Mate. I'm here. I'm happy enough. And it's 2 a.m. You've missed all the festivities anyway.
And yeah, exactly. And the bridge, right? All the members of staff. If you can you think like it's NASA when they're doing the launch control,
Yeah.
it's exactly like that.
Yeah.
There used to be one in Derby as well.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
and so we're all sat around the bridge, and when this was not on this day, this was way after, and I just walked through because I had to go and check on the big servers, make sure they weren't leaking water or anything.
Yeah.
And I walked through because all what they can see on the big screens, they have their own computer on their desks where they can see the exact same thing. So like a backup sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they connected PlayStations up to the big screens, and they were all playing video games. And they were on £250 an hour.
That's brilliant, isn't it? That's brilliant. Stephen, how can 365 get one of your super poker chips? I think he wants to throw it in the river.
I gave some to Cobra, and he said he was going to send you one. And I said, send it to the guy who win. That Cobra's kept them all to himself, and I knew it. If you want one, mate, I'll give you my email. I'm not bothered. My email is, which is all in lowercase, the.fudge.sh@gmail. If you send me an email, I will send you one. But I've only got about 10 left. I think Cobra's swiped them all. I think Cobra about.
I think he sold them on the black market.
He sent one to APM.
Yeah.
I said send one to you, and 365 and the other guys, Creative Precious Metals and
CPM.
But he didn't. So it looks like he's kept them to himself. I knew he loved them.
I absolutely think he's sold them on the black market. Because obviously, with you being such a
I think so.
You're such a celeb, mate. He's obviously got good money.
I am such a celeb. I've got 200 subscribers.
Absolutely. I tell you, I need to get something like that done and sent out to everyone. I'd love to get something like that made up.
Cobra's Stacker's lost it. What's up, everybody? If you want one, I've only got about 10 left. I will send you one, and I've got my new stickers in, and I'll be sending those out as well. So I'll send you one of my new stickers, and I'll send you one of my things. But there's only 10 left, so if I don't send you one, you know why.
Yeah,
I'm getting inundated with emails now, aren't I?
I think 365 is in a worse position, mate. Have you seen what he's done?
Oh, no, what's he done?
I think it's from earlier today. Or yesterday. Yeah, he's now got to send all them out, and that would be my literal idea of hell. I hate sending the whole process of getting things out in the post is just such a.
You know what they say about mimicry, don't you? It's the biggest form of flattery. Thank you, 365.
Absolutely.
Thank you, 365.
Yeah, well, you were the first one with the poker chips, weren't you?
I'm over here. Yeah, not
definitely
America,
over here.
Not in America.
Yeah. I mean, I got my own personalised poker chip. I think 15 years ago. I entered into a poker tournament. I used to play quite a bit of Hold'em when I was younger, and entered a tournament. And if you got far enough into the tournament, all the players got made a little personalised poker chip. That was pretty cool. I don't know where it is now.
Cobra wants another one. No.
Can I have one,
got
please?
loads.
Absolutely. AEPM has said he'd love a sticker, Stephen. Wouldn't mind, I'll pay postage. I'm sure Stephen will send you a sticker
don't need
out.
to pay me postage. No.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've got 50 stickers anyway, and I can always get some more. So
I've got none. APM's actually just had my last stickers, so I've got to reload on the stickers. I've been playing it far too loose with my stickers, just throwing them out to everybody. So
man.
But it's only I think you went to the same place as me, didn't you? Vistaprint.
Vistaprint, yeah.
Yeah. And it's easy process. I think they come in the hundreds, don't they?
Oh, I ordered 50, and I got 50.
Oh, okay. I ordered 10 and I got 100.
Right.
No,
pay for 100 or did you pay for 10?
I paid for 10.
There you go.
But I think
your game.
Well, I think what I did was I bought them in batches of 10.
Because it was completely lost it.
Please, sir, can I have some more? I love it. I do love it. Yeah.
Can I do a giveaway?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've got one to do as well. So we're just over 2 hours in. Do you want to do yours now or wait a little bit?
I'll do mine now. Can you do the duck race? Because I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, I would have loved to have been given a little bit of a heads up on that.
Oh, all right, okay, don't mind.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Let me get it.
I don't know how I'm going to do this.
We'll get a duck race up at school. It shouldn't take me long.
All right. Can I show what I'm going to give away?
Yeah, you do that while I get with duck race.
All right.
Sorted up.
All right. I bought this a few years ago, and it's kind of not my thing really. I don't know why I bought it. I was in an APM mood, like buy everything now.
Just buy everything.
Here we go. This might appeal to a certain chap in Cyprus. So it is.
Oh yes.
A Superman coin.
Oh wow.
But it's called, what's it called? Gauntlet Combat.
Wow.
It's from the RCM, and I think it's half ounce. I can't remember. But
that's super cool.
That's that one, and then
that is super cool.
There's back. I think it's a proof coin as well. So
yeah.
if you're a big Marvel or Superman fan.
Well, if you're a DC fan.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not into...
Nerd here, nerd. 365, we're doing a duck race, mate. Calm down. Calm down.
Well, 365's got all the money in his back after all the freebies.
That's it. No, that's actually fantastic.
If you win, drop me an email with your address, and I'll send it, and I'll stick some stickers in, and I'll save one a poker chip as well.
And Future Investments won.
Pardon?
And Future Investments won.
Oh, really?
Darth Stacker's put for FI1.
May as well send it to him. If you've got his address, I'll send it to him now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you'll be happy to know. I don't think Future Investments is here at the moment, so I think other people have got a chance today.
Oh,
so
wow, there you go. Everyone a winner.
Absolutely. Guys, stop putting numbers in the chat, please. We're not doing it that way. I love this. I do love it. Mate,
dude, if you want to enter, you can enter as well.
Make it very difficult.
Why? You know what I say? When people don't like it.
Yeah, true that. That's it.
My rules, my giveaway.
Absolutely. Right, we need to assign numbers to people. So can everyone go ahead and just put Superman in the chat for me if you want to be in with a chance to win this. And that is how I'm going to assign your number for the duck race. So we'll give everyone a little bit of time to just type the word Superman into the comments. And whatever order they come into will be the order of your duck. So the first person to comment Superman will be duck number 1. The second person will be duck number 2. And so on and so on. So 365 is duck number 1. Cobra is duck number 2. CY Sterling is duck number 3. Darth is duck number 4. Born to Skydive duck number 5. And we'll give it Just Gold's in number 6. APM's in. Gilly's in. 7 is in. You know what? If I've got permission, I'm in.
There you go.
There we go. Right, we'll give people a little bit more time because I have to put the right number of ducks in. But just keep going. We've got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna we'll let APM in with Super Them. That's fine, APM. Well, APM.
I'm gonna APM being on that booze again.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, APM. We're gonna count Super Them for your number. Right, okay.
Perhaps you like Superman.
Super Van.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. No, it's Super Them, mate. So it's non-binary.
Them.
Yeah, it's they them pronouns. Thank you.
No, he's banned. None of that liberal left-wing nonsense.
It's super they.
They, them, cis, and all that nonsense.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, he's not banned. I was only joking.
Yeah,
everybody's welcome. Let's have a go.
Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 12 people.
Wow.
Up to you. So,
good to be popular.
It's great to be popular. That's not a bad number at all. I'll just double count just to make sure I got it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, still 12. Cool. And APM, you are number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just to get that clear before we start with Super Them. Right, so I said. Absolutely. Right, okay. Let me get us over onto the duck race. You'll see my live studio very briefly, but we'll get us over to the duck race very quickly. Okay, right. So we should all be on the duck race right now. It may take a moment for you guys to catch up with the lag. So we've got 12 contestants, haven't we? Clear that. Sorry, that's the wrong word. 12 contestants. What did you say in 30 seconds, duck race? I think 30 seconds keeps them quite short, so short and fun. No fight. Absolutely. It's a gorgeous coin though. Right. Is everybody ready? I'm ready. Are you ready, Stephen? Excellent. Right. Okay. Absolutely. Right, we are on the starting line now. We've got some very interesting ducks today. We've got Panda Duck is number 1. I kind of like Panda Duck. Oh, we've got Donald Trump Duck. That's the best. I want Donald Trump Duck to win. Yeah, I think that was Kimchi. Kimchi, I want you to win. Right, in 3, 2, 1, and they're off. And Panda Duck is looking a little bit frisky straight away, but Strawberry Duck is coming out in the lead. But it's anybody's race as of yet. Strawberry Duck is still looking strong, but he's pulling back, and so is Weird Pattern Duck as well. Snowman Duck has a little bit of an advantage with the size of his hooter right there, but Donald Trump Duck is still looking very strong. I think he may do it. He's running for 2024, but he's pulling back, and Biden Duck has taken it. He's number 2. Right, number 2. So I think, was that Cobra? Was it?
Oh,
number 2?
No.
Yes, Cobra Sucker. Well done, Cobra. Shut up, Duck. Shut up, Duck. Go away.
All right, Duck.
Right. Right. Okay, so I just want to double check.
Look, I've got address anyway, so not worried.
Yeah, let's have a look. 365 was number 1 and Cobra was number 2. Yeah, absolutely, Cobra. You won that, mate. So well done. Congratulations. Beautiful, lovely coin. Very deserving there. Cobra's an absolutely smashing guy. I've got a giveaway to do myself, but people keep coming onto my channel and really, really putting me to shame with what I give away. So it's not as good as Stephen's giveaway. What I've done is when I went to the toilet earlier, I very randomly, just very quickly as I was passing by, stuck my hand into my pennies, my old pennies, and I came, and I came out with a 1902 Edward VII. 1 penny there. It's in good condition. It's in used but good condition, I would say. I'm going to very randomly just grab one of these. That's not good enough. One you can actually see a picture on. That one will do. So you've got, what is it? This is a it's George VI. Where's the date on it? 37. So a 1937 silver threepenny bit. That's a 1902. And you know what? Sorry, you can have a 32 silver threepenny bit as well. And as well as that, let me just. You can see, I include a. Oh no, not that one. Not a Territories coin. We're gonna. That's a Britannia. Right, it needs to be a commemorative. Hold on. Right. What's this one? Paddington of the Palace. There you go. One of the 2018 Paddingtons of the Palace. So that's a little 4-coin bundle I've got going off right there. Which is going to be all these 4 coins. You've got two silver threepenny bits, a 1902 penny, and a 2018 Paddington at the Palace. I'm going to leave it up to. What do you reckon, guys, in the comments? Should we do it as shall I write it down and get you to guess that way, or do you want to do another duck race? It's up to you guys. I think the duck races are quite fun.
Yeah,
I definitely do. I quite like. Yeah, absolutely. I think we should do another duck race. I think
365 we'll have a duck race for 365 as long as his next video he says copper all the way through it.
just copper.
Yeah,
copper. Yeah. What would be really easy for me is if we did a duck race and just kept it to the same numbers as last time. That would make it so easy. So yeah, we'll probably do that then. Unless there's anyone new. If there's anyone new who wasn't in the last one,
I'm not bothered about going on
it. Okay, so I'll take it down to 11 then. If you don't want to be in it, mate.
No, not my thing. I'm afraid. No offense, but not my thing.
It's all right. It's not everyone's thing. That's it.
Could have been a bullion coin or a bar, or
at some point.
Or maybe it could have been an Una and the lion bar.
Well, I've only got one of those. I can't afford to give him any.
Return to its rightful owner, me.
Yeah, absolutely. A 1-hour duck race.
Oh God,
that would be worse, wouldn't it? That would be worse. Yeah, we'll do that then. We'll do a duck race with the same numbers as last time. That makes it just really simple as me, but I'll do 11 and take myself out. It's just 365 trying to get in again. I'm new. Let me in.
New.
45, I'll do 45 seconds. We'll do 45 seconds for Darth. Duckism. I love these duck races. I think they're really fun. I'd never even seen them before until APM did one on his channel, but yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we'll give it a moment, and then we'll do another duck race, and we'll find a home for those. I will at some point. I'll give bullying away in one of the stack chats. I've got to. I'm doing the weekly giveaway, so I can't give away too much every week. I can't afford that kind of commitment.
He's a very rich man. Don't let him talk to you.
Yeah, well,
he's just like a Yorkshireman. It's tighter than that ass.
That's it, exactly. Well, no, I'll try and make it as fun as I can. There will be some bullying coming up soon. I might try and get some like 1/4 ounce and 1/10 ounce pieces in, so I can start giving away a bit more bullying. But yeah, shall we do it then? Let's do a 45-second duck race. Let me get it.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, we want 12 people. No, 11 people.
May as well just give it to future investment.
Why has he just turned up?
I don't know how to say.
Yeah, he's not even in the chat, but he's still somehow going to win it. Absolutely. He's so lucky on them though. He's ridiculously lucky. Right, let me get into. Right, here we go. We're at the starting line now.
Can you clean mine if it wins?
Can you clean mine if it wins? I can clean it if you want. Absolutely, I can send it to you shiny if you want shiny threepenny bits. That's fine.
Nothing wrong with a shiny pair of threepenny bits.
Nothing wrong with a pair of shiny threepenny bits. All right, here we go. Let's get over to the duck race. Okie dokie. And wow, we've got Christmas duck here in festive Rudolph. I've got my new Christmas stag on display. So oh no, I've just seen we've got Batman duck. So my money's on Batman duck. Although we've got astronaut duck, and he's been very strong in the past. Right, let's do this. No Superman duck today, unfortunately. We've got Batman duck. I think Batman's turned up because he heard you give away the Superman coin. But bad joke. 3, 2, 1, and they're off. And Mohican Duck's looking quite strong right now, but Plain Duck as well. I always find that the ones that start off very strongly normally tend to run back around the midpoint. So that could be good. It could be back. I think Batman is looking very strong to me. I think number 11 is giving it a little bit too much now, putting a little bit too much energy. As we can see, number 3 is already pulling back. Number 4, the Astronaut Duck, as I said, very strong contender, but no, he does not have the strength to take on Batman, who is still ploughing forwards. And I still think Batman is going to take this, but could it be Green Spotted Duck? He's coming up all the way from the rear. Duck number 11 has fallen back as predicted, so is Batman, and it's Duck number 1 who's actually going to come and take it. Is that 365? Let me shut this up. Oh, it's finished now. Let me hold on. Let's see. Yeah.
Which one won it?
Yeah, it's number 1.
Number 1. Oh right. I'm looking at an extremely tiny screen. What's lagging?
You'll see a bit of lag. I will see it a little bit quicker than everyone else. But yeah, no, Duck number 1 took that. It was anyone's game. That is. It makes it a lot. I think the 45 seconds is a little bit better because it makes it a little bit more interesting. You know what I mean?
Who won that one? 365.
365. So we've had 365 and Cobra Saka, 2 creators win the giveaways this week.
Rigged.
That's all I'm saying.
It's rigged.
I'm saying that. I'm accusing us of rigging it. I'm saying we've rigged it. No, we haven't, and we don't. We don't rig it. It just is what it is. There's you've got a 1 in 10 odd chance of Dolphs that's clearly fixed. I'm okay at editing, but I'm not good enough to edit that while it's live. So that is what it is. If you zoom in really, really close onto the bottom of the page, you'll see created by Stack Collector. Not really. No, well done to both the guys there. Mm-hmm. Definitely well done to Cobra. I mean, the Superman round there, that was absolutely incredible. Elmer shot the leader. Sounds right. I love it. I do think the duck race is off one. I might try and use them a bit more going forwards. I do like to try and mix it up with the giveaway games though. Try and make it a bit different every time. So it's
I'd mix it up because addicted to precious metals will probably want to cut.
Absolutely. Kovac says it's nearly all creators in here laughing my arse off. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? There's quite a large percentage of people that are creators, so it's I mean, Darth creates, CY creates, 365 creates. There's a lot of them are creators, so it stands to reason that they will win a few. I don't think we had any creators winning last week though. I think it was all non-creators who won last week.
I can't win anything, like normal.
I don't win anything. I've never won a giveaway yet myself, so. But I have been sent a few really, really nice pieces of silver, so I can't complain too much. Simon says, I don't.
Oh, he's not a creator, Simon Soundman?
Oh, no, he isn't. Of course, no, he's not. No, obviously, there's going to be a fair few people there that don't. Si says, I'm not clever enough. I don't know, Si. I'm able to pull it off, mate, so... The duck race is great fun. Thanks for those who contributed. No, absolutely, Seven. I think the duck race is great fun, and I just want to say a massive thank you to Stephen because that is a lovely little piece. I mean, the last all three of the last guests have come on and given away some really fantastic pieces. So I just want to say thank you again for doing that, mate. As you know, you had no obligation to do that, so you've done that completely off your own back. So, can everyone give a massive thank you to Stephen in the comments for doing that? I'm gonna hit that heart button. There we go. That's all good. Sai creates art. No, absolutely. Have you seen Sai's leather goods?
Leather goods?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I said that a bit suspicious.
Yeah.
No,
Whatever
he
turns
makes
him on.
yeah, absolutely. No, he makes really, really high quality leather wallets and journals and things like that. Really good stuff. He sent one across to Future Investments. I don't know if you saw that. And he also included a wallet, which Future's going to be doing as a giveaway, I believe.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yes, yeah, that was
It was on today. Yes, I've seen it. Yeah, very nice wallet.
yeah, that was made by Cyber Salman, who's in the chat right now.
Ah, nice one.
Yeah, no, it's really good stuff he does, isn't it? It's really, really high quality stuff. Sai is definitely a creator. Yeah, he is. He creates absolutely magnificent pieces of leatherwork. Absolutely. Make a wallet channel. Honestly, Sai could really make a very successful leather making channel. He'd be very popular to people who are into bushcraft and things like that. And I think that's a great idea. I think Sai should do that. I would definitely be one of your first subscribers if he did that. I got nothing to go into my wallet, unfortunately. Yeah, that's me, Ray, unfortunately. Although
at the Yorkshireman, I don't own a wallet.
You don't own a wallet?
No, I don't keep my money near me. It's always... I don't like spending money. I'm a Yorkshireman. As many Scotsmen will know.
Yeah, I don't like spending money either. But when I have a wallet, I do like to have one with the zip on it, so I can keep money into it, actual money, not just cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a lot of the wallets these days. They're literally just something to keep a few cards into, aren't they?
Well, I've got something pretty similar to that, but it's made out of metal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've seen that.
It's got little. I keep my drive. Well, I don't. My old driving license, which doesn't, because I'm not allowed to drive anymore because I'm blind-ish.
Oh dear.
So everything, all my cards in there and things.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it can be handy for that. I mean, same as I like a wallet with keep a bit of change in it. One that when you sat on it. Gilly's agreeing with you.
Oh, Gilly's a Yorkshireman. Whereabouts in Yorkshire?
Sorry.
As long as you don't say Lee, you're fine.
Yeah. Well, I think I've said this to you before, haven't I? My claim to the north is through Scarborough. That's where my half of my family's from.
My mum and dad had their honeymoon there.
Did they?
Yeah.
It's a lovely little seaside town. My grandma used to own a hotel there. My uncle owned a hotel there. An auntie as well owned a hotel there. We just love to own hotels in Scarborough, my family, for some reason.
Big property owner, man.
I wish I was bigger, but
Bradford.
No, Bradford.
Billy's from Bradford.
Oh, Bradford. Yeah, I've just seen that. Yeah, awesome.
Well, I'm from Sheffield.
Yeah. What was that Sean Bean film? Any Given Sunday.
When Saturday Comes.
When Saturday Comes, that was it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, played in the wrong colour shirt.
Absolutely. Not a bad film though. I always liked Sean Bean. I thought he was a great actor.
He's a pig fan. He's a pig fan.
Yeah. I was a big fan of Sharp when I was a kid.
Yeah, I like Sharp. And he played Boromir pretty well.
Yes, he did, didn't he, in Lord of the Rings?
Although I prefer Ralph Baskey's version.
I love the Ralph Baskey Lord of the Rings. That's so cool. Have you ever? I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's something on the internet. It's super funny. It's called the Totally Screwed Up dub of Ralph Baskey, and it's the Ralph Baskey version where somebody's got rid of all the audio and put their own audio behind it.
I've seen that now. No, I'm not seeing that.
That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Unfortunately, now, am I right in thinking the Ralph Baskey that ended kind of midway through the story, didn't it? He never got a chance to finish it.
The animation cost so much to do it.
Yeah.
I think it's 1977.
Yeah.
And the animation that we're doing is so revolutionary.
Yeah.
It costs so much to do. I think it finishes the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Yes, yeah, it does. Yeah, it's they pioneered rotoscoping.
Rotoscoping, that's it. Yes.
Yeah. It's where you actually film it, and then you draw on over the film, and it makes the animation look super realistic. Like the movements look super realistic. and it was pioneering at the time. And like you say, unfortunately we ran out of money and never got to finish it. But I as a kid, I loved the Ralph Bakshi.
Oh, I've still got that. I've got it on my hard drive on my iPad.
Have you?
Yep.
That's so cool. That's so cool. I'll need to get it on the internet soon and give it a good watch, because it's definitely worth watching if nobody has seen it yet. It's like Stephen said, it's from the 70s. When they originally tried to do the Lord of the Rings. And,
it's better. It's better than the. Although they're good.
Yeah.
But it's better.
Yeah.
If you look at it through a chat. Well, not.
Yeah.
It's perfect for a child and an adult. If you're a Lord of the Rings geek.
Yeah.
It's a must. It's a must watch.
Yeah. I think it's a bit too dark for children.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's quite scary for children. I think, not very young children, I think, would be a bit too scared from it because of the way the animation's done and how realistic it comes across. I mean, obviously, older children would be fine, but I think what I'm saying is I think it's more of an adult film. It's not made for kids. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what my big grief is with that film and the new ones.
Go on.
There's a character in it that should be in it.
Tom Bombadil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
can't understand for the life of me. Even in the extended versions, he's not in it. Why? He's so important in the book.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. It's when they get to the town and they're being chased down by the ring wraiths, aren't they? Isn't it, Tom Bombadil? Don't they meet him in the tavern?
No, they meet him at his, I think his house. Apparently he's older than Gandalf. He's like older than the elves as well. He's one of the original beings. Nobody knows too much about him, but he's apparently really, really, really old.
Yeah.
Yes, I am from Sheffield, side the sound man. Sorry.
Absolutely. How could you? I saw that. I was going to address that in a second anyway, mate. So, Stephen, outside of stacking, what other hobbies do you have? That's a great question, actually, by 365. I should have asked that.
I collect knives, swords.
Oh, that's cool.
I collect. Oh God, what do they call them? Do you know the Weta statues?
Oh yeah,
I collect those.
Yeah,
I haven't got many. I've got the big original Smorg the dragon, and it's still in its box, and the box is like 1.5 meters, deep, 1.5 meters wide, 1.5 meters long, and it's still in the box. I've never taken it out.
That is so awesome. So I just need to, sorry mate, I just need to address something very quickly because I think it was just Gold who said it first. I've just hit 600 subscribers, so guys, thank you so much. That means the world to me.
Yeah. Well, subscribe to me now.
Absolutely, definitely.
I'm the daddy. I've been here longer than everybody, and I'm not getting money. I'm upset.
Stephen's got all the owners. Go and subscribe to him. Absolutely. I will. I will be updating the description after the live's finished, and I will put a link to Stephen's channel there. So please go over and check Stephen's videos out.
I'm not one of these people who seeks things like that. It kind of be nice if you did, but
yeah.
I also going back to what 365 said. I also collect. I'm a big motorcycle racing fan. MotoGP. I collect mini champs, diecast models. I collect mini diecast military aircraft models as well.
Oh, that's cool.
I've got some pretty.
I used to love the Airfix.
Oh no, these are not. These are all.
Yeah, diecast. Yeah,
we all used to make Airfix when we were kids. Up on the ceiling, didn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. I used to love Airfix. Airfix Spitfires all day long.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
Yes.
Popping them out of those little, popping them out of the plastic things we come in.
I used to go to a lot of concerts as well, but I can't do it anymore because of my disability. So I used to go all over for concerts.
Never been to one.
You've never been to a concert?
Not in my life.
Wow.
No. Yeah, I've never been to a music concert. I've been to the closest I've been to a concert is going to watch a stand-up live.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, I've been to the Ice Arena in
My
Nottingham
first
a couple of
concert
times.
was a band called UFO,
Oh yeah,
1980.
yeah.
And then I saw, in 1981, I saw Iron Maiden, Def Leppard,
Oh, that's cool.
and Ozzy when Randy Rhoads played the guitar.
Nice. What's your favourite Maiden song?
Wow, that's like asking what your favourite child is.
It's Klansman for me.
No. Oh, mine's...
Number of Beast is good, but I like Klansman my favourite.
I would say it's either Seventh Son
Okay.
or the long one from Power Slave. I can't remember the title. What's the long?
Yeah, I'd have to remind myself on that.
The Rime of the Ancient Mariner.
Ah, yeah. Just want to say a very quick goodbye to Born Skydive. He's just let us know that it's time for bed for him. So, yeah, mate.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks for coming across, buddy, and you take care of yourself, mate. Yeah, no, I just some great songs there, buddy. Absolutely. I got into Iron Maiden when I was a teenager. I went through a bit of a rocker phase. I got into all that kind of thing. But I was actually, when I got into Iron Maiden, I was actually quite surprised when I started listening to the music how how melodic it was, and it wasn't shouty, and it wasn't like thrash metally. It was, you've got some real good songs with Iron Maiden, haven't you?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's the thing that really annoys me is all these people that keep going on about what do they call them? Take That. Oh, they're the greatest ambassadors this country's ever had. I made them have sold twice the amount of the albums they have sold.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Huge band, and have been huge for ages. Like for ones that goes, I've got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Come with you Friday and don't say maybe.
I am so jealous.
I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby.
Right, we're all gonna go now. Okay, start singing.
That's what he's on about. I've got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Yeah, no, that's the one he's talking about. Wheatus, Teenage Dirtbag. I love that song.
Yeah, that new metal stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only one I've ever been really able to get on with was Linkin Park.
Oh, yeah, I like Linkin Park. Very sad what happened to the
he played his last
singer.
gig in this country, at Birmingham.
Chester Benfield, did he?
He played last gig he ever played was in Birmingham.
Wow. Okay. Sounds like GTS is having a very, very fun-filled night. He's just let us all know he's had 20-25 travellers turn up on your site. So I bet that's been a bit of a handful for you to get cleared off, mate.
Just go up and buy some pegs and they'll leave you alone.
Stephen. I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer on at the beginning of these videos. The voice, views, and opinions of the guests of
mine and mine alone.
Of theirs alone. I do not. Bless you. I know. I love it. I do love it. It's been great having you on, mate. Thank you.
You said you were a bit worried about me coming on. I was like, yeah.
I didn't know what to expect. I'll be honest with you, but at the same time, that's what I knew it was going to be a good one, because I knew you weren't afraid to say a few things and maybe push a few buttons.
Speak your mind. If you don't like it, it's tough.
Yeah, absolutely. But mate, honestly, I've had a wonderful time. It's been great getting to know you a little bit more. Because you've been around for quite some time, and a bit like CY, who was on last week. You were there as a big part of the community before you started making the videos again. So you've been around for a little while. So getting you on and having a good chat.
I was mainly known in the poorest circles and America and Canada. There's one or two people who know me, like Cyber Curtain Twitcher. He knows me.
Okay, yeah.
And then there's John RMS. He knows me. He's a pourer. He does reviews on coins that Martin has. The Silver Trader. He reviews his coins from John RMS.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
He's American, but he lives in Hull.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got me. I get that. I did a little digging into the Silver Trader a little while ago, and the YouTube channel behind it, and I got a bit confused because I'm like, this guy's American. What's going off? But that makes a lot more sense when that was.
No, he's from I think he's from New Hampshire. Okay, but he moved here many years ago, and I rib him on Facebook.
Fairs. Why not? You've got to do a little bit of ribbing, haven't you?
Absolutely. I speak to him now and again on the phone as well.
Yeah.
But the main people that know me are probably Salivate Metal knows me.
Yeah.
Gosh, Pit Bullion knows me. Cranky Stacker, not Cranky.
Oh, I love Cranky
Stacker, not Cranky Stacker. Oh God, got his name now. Pit Bullion.
Speaking of Cranky, I've got this right here, which I can't show because it's got my addresses all over it. But I've got a mail call from Cranky that I need to open and show everyone in the next day or two. Very excited to find out where he's putting that.
Silver.
Yeah, no, yeah, but which?
Well, it could be anything.
Yeah, it could.
I forgot the names. I made the brain freeze tonight.
Oh, it happens when you're live, mate. It really does. Yeah. Yeah,
but,
I mean, it's a bit like, isn't it? Yeah, when you're watching a quiz show on TV. Mm-hmm. And you can shout the answers so easily, and all these questions are so easy. But when you're on the spot, you're like, I know this one. I know this one.
They give you a really easy question that and you just brain freeze.
Yeah. Go to Stacker. Ain't been that bad. I've been on the Dodgems and won a goldfish. That's awesome.
Did you ever go on the air rifles with bent barrels?
They're a con, They're not possible to win the air rifle ones on, unfortunately. It becomes impossible. There are some that are winnable. They're difficult, but they are winnable. I always used to do well on the darts. You have to get a certain number in darts. I can remember one year having a real difficulty getting home from the Goose Fair because I won my partner a life-size tiger, and as we were walking up to the bus, which was pretty full as it was anyway because of Goose Fair, the driver literally slammed the doors in our face and drove off.
Wow, that's very nice.
I was like, really?
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah, couldn't believe it. That was a taxi home then. After that, that was like, wow.
Instead of on his way. So good night, Darth Stacker. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers for that, mate. Darth, thanks for coming across, mate. It's always a pleasure to have you here, buddy. You take care of yourself, and I'll speak to you soon, my friend. So yeah, I do find fairground games a lot of fun. Especially the ones where you've got a chance to win.
I won a goldfish many years ago when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I guess what I called it. This was in the 70s, the late 70s.
Yeah.
What does every young boy call their goldfish, their first goldfish in the 70s?
Well, mine was called Bruce.
Mine was called Jaws.
Jaws, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Cobra said he never misses on the rifle. You have to hit the top of the box. That's not the one I'm referring to, mate. The one I'm referring to is if you have a shape in the paper, and you have to shoot out the shape from the paper. They're the ones that are physically not possible because once you've shot most of it out, the paper becomes so. It moves so easily that it can't pass them through. But the one I know, the ones he's talking about, where you've got to shoot things. It's a bit like a coconut shy, and you've got to shoot things off. That's a slightly different game to the one I was referring to. I love those ones. The ones where you normally you miss a shot or two getting the sights in, and once you've got the sights in because they've set on funny, then normally you're all right. Yeah, he knows the one I mean. You normally get a star, and you've got to shoot the star out of the paper. A lot of fun though.
You actually.
Go on.
I can't remember where I put it though.
Well, while you're looking, I'm going to say a quick goodbye to APM, who's letting us know that he's heading off. APM, mate, it's always awesome to have you here, buddy. So thank you for coming across, mate. Enjoy the sofa. Is APM being kicked out onto the sofa now?
Oh no! Have you been buying gold again without telling the missus?
I think there's a direct correlation between APM's YouTube channel and his relationship. You know, the bigger his channel gets, the worse his relationship gets. Oh, bless him.
You
He's a
know
great
what
guy.
Bob Marley said, don't you?
A few things.
No woman,
Which one?
no cry.
No woman, no cry. Hey. Yeah, absolutely. Saw Jaws in the cinema when I was a teenager. I shot myself when the head fell out of his sunken boat. Oh, absolutely. When he's diving and and that head pops out and that just looks horrific. That did.
Well, I can't find it, but I'll tell you what it was. I think it was a pocket watch with a picture of a Spitfire on it.
Oh, so cool. That is so cool.
It's not a very good one. It's just one of those with the cheap Chinese movement in it.
Yeah. I mean, I've got one of those here. This one right here is cheap as it's a full Hunters, but it's got a modern movement in it. It's just dead cheap, but that one sounds cool at least. You know what I mean? And I'm looking to buy a cheap movement for this watch because the old mechanical watches they break so easily.
I think, if I remember rightly, it's got the picture of the Spitfire on the front. It's got the name of the pilot who flew that Spitfire engraved on the back. I know there's an engraving on the back.
That's so cool. That is so cool. That really is. Song Wang has joined us. Great to have you here, Song Wang. Thank you very much for joining us, buddy.
Greetings and salutations.
365 is asking if GTS saw your Pord schools. Just give them a quick... your Pord schools. Just give them another quick show, mate.
My Pord what?
Schools.
Schools. Oh, I thought you said school.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Schools, yeah. That's me, that is.
This one was done by Pitbullion. My friend. He loves me. He loves me so much. He does me everything for free.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry, I've just read a comment. Oh, no, Cobra.
What?
Have you seen that? Cobra Stacker won a goldfish when he was a kid and walking home he tripped and squashed it.
You cruel, nasty. Oh, and this one was done by Bay City Bullion.
Oh, that one's incredible. I love that one. That one just is incredible, isn't it?
That's a prototype.
Yeah. Did he carry on to do more of those?
I think you can order them still, maybe.
Yeah.
Just go and look at his website, Bay City Bullion. We knew him as Supplement.
Yeah. Now, going back to Cobra's story, I've got a similar story to that. It's like kind of the exact opposite because when I won that fish I was referring to, Brucey, and I was walking home, I saved a little tiny toad that was nearly got squashed. And I picked it up and put it in the little bucket with water with Bruce, and I took it home and I made him a terrarium and I called him Chedrick Von Toad. And Cheddar's for short. I love that toad.
Put it in the hole.
Yeah, I built him a little hole for him to go in. Yeah, no, I built him a proper little terrarium. It was amazing. It was like I had rock cliffs on it and all sort of lights and water pumps. He had a brilliant little habitat. He did. He used to. He was so cool. He used to sit in my hand and let me stroke his back. And
I'm worried about you.
Just awesome.
No,
toads are cool. Toads are cool.
I just like 5 wants first refusal on my skulls.
Oh no! I mean, I think I've been going very heavily on that crown skull, haven't I? You know what I mean?
Well, if you want to make me an offer, everything has its price. If you want to buy them, I'm willing, as long as you show me the money.
Yeah.
And remember, I've been stacking a long time.
By the way, no,
I don't think.
Do you know this? People's asking about the year for Jaws. I thought it was 1972.
75, wasn't it? Wasn't it 75?
Is it 75?
I thought it was. Or I could be wrong. I thought it was 75, 76.
Jaws made. Yeah, no, you're right. 75.
There you go.
Yeah, almost 76. It was very end of December in 75.
£1 and go 365. Yeah, you need a
£1
wake
and go.
up, young man. Wake up, young man.
Yeah. If that's where we're starting, then I might
Oh God, they're off bidding already. No, I even said I was.
Look, it's not Cobra's stacker over here, guys. You can stop bidding, all right? I don't know what you're doing. They're forcing us to have an auction now. Cobra's come in with auction master. He started it. You've got no say in it, mate. The official auction master has come in now and started bidding.
Which one are they bidding for? The 9.9 or the hang on, was it 76.5 grams? I can't remember. It's
poker chips add-ons 365.
The small one is 76 grams.
Yeah.
And the big one is 9.9. Just under 10 ounces, the big one.
The bidding's still going on.
Oh my God.
I think you're contractually obliged to actually.
No. But well, let's put it this way: you're nowhere near any of you.
Yeah. That's it. If we get there, if the bidding gets high,
probably be here all night.
Yeah. Well, if it was mine, mate, absolutely. I think we're both absolutely incredible pieces. I really do.
Oh, they're still going.
Do you ship abroad?
Whereabouts abroad?
Hey, Cyber Soundman's just come in. I think we're getting more towards it now. We got £1,000 from Cyber Soundman.
You want £1,000? Mm-hmm.
He's thinking about it now.
What? Look, is this for one or both, or which one of the? Are you talking about the 76 gram one?
You said 9.9 earlier.
9.9. You want to buy the 9.9?
No, I think we do. Yeah, the bidding is still going on. It's actually happening. Yeah, I can tell people are seriously bidding.
What?
Dude, it's up to you, mate. You're getting genuine offers.
Well, if you want to pay by PayPal, you can pay by PayPal.
Love it.
And if you're abroad, you pay the postage. If you live here, I'll pay it.
Yeah, including your Unas as add-ons.
No, they're mine.
£20 Unas as add-ons.
We'll dream on. Is that code?
You can have it. You can have an entire series of Queen's Beast without the completer as an add-on for £30.
That's what I can go off you very quickly. These people are trying to sell my stack beneath me.
I know. Like the chat's just been completely taken over at this point. It's just
it's descended in clarity.
It has. It really has.
I didn't even know I'd agree to sell it either.
No, I can't remember that bit, but I think people are just using like pure positivity. Like if we keep bidding, maybe it'll happen. Just Gold says, I want the channel add-on for £50. I love it.
I'll sell you an Uno Alliance for £50.
That's not an unrealistic price either.
I'll double my money. I'm double my money. I'm not bothered.
Yeah. So we have a look right now just to see like what Unas are selling at this week.
I would say anything between 40 and 50, 60 pounds. I guess.
Yeah, I'd say that's about right.
I'll tell you what else I've got, if anybody's interested. Oh, I'm going to regret this. This is going to descend into anarchy. I have got the Pobjoy Mint Britannia Rolls of Waves coins.
Have you?
I have 9 of them.
Okay.
And
if people didn't know,
with the inscription Britannia Rolls of Waves on them before the Royal Mint went naughty, naughty, naughty.
Yeah, banned it, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a trademark.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, and if people weren't aware, Pobjoy have released their last ever coin this month.
Yeah, that's very sad.
They're closing down.
They've been used to really good coins as well.
Yeah. Just in case anyone was interested, like Unas have sold this week on eBay. The lowest we've gone for is £35. There's a couple gone for £35, but then you see £35, and then the next one's £52.50, £57.99, so 58 quid and 53
Is
quid.
Is that with package, post and shipping on as well?
Well, it was only £2.70 on the 35 quid one, so £37.70. So someone's got someone got a steal on that one,
He's
didn't
had
they?
his trousers pulled down and his bottom slap.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what I love about eBay. Every now and again, you find ones that people just haven't noticed and bidding on. So, yeah, I mean, mostly you're looking 45 quid to 50. Between 45 and 58. There's been one or two that's gone at 35, but yeah, as I say, 50 is not unrealistic. You've got people out there paying that for them.
I paid mid-20s on mine. Oops.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it, and I love hearing that people are able to get those absolute steals like that. Cobra says sold to 365.
He's trying to sell my gear, and he's trying to sell my stuff now, Cobra.
Yeah. Congrats on the win, 365. I'll send money in school. I'll send money over for schools now.
Don't forget VAT on top as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And postage.
And TSC commission at 30%.
I might know you try and get in on it as well. Why not? Everybody else is.
Yeah, why not? Got to on you. Lord loves a trier, as we say. eBay, some good buys, picked up some good bargains this week. Yeah, you can on eBay. You can. I'm not saying eBay's perfect. I don't really buy a lot of bullion off eBay at all. It's more the older pre-decimal stuff I look for on eBay. But if I see one that I can see is clearly legitimate and it's going for the right price, I'll pick it up.
Buyer's market, as they say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and one good thing about eBay is you have a lot of protection through eBay. That much is true. This is one thing it's one reason that I hate selling through eBay, because it's so easy for people to rip you off unless you've got to send everything tracked on eBay, because if not, then they just say they haven't got it, and unless you can prove that they definitely did receive it, then you have to give them the money back.
I got stung by that.
Yeah,
I used to buy and sell model trains, locomotives, just a locomotive.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Hornby, Backman, and things like that.
What gauge?
00.
Oh, okay, 00.
And I sold a special edition St Nigel Gresley to this guy. Actually, he was from Nottinghamshire. Well, he knew.
Yeah, I might know him. 365's jumping off, buddy. So just want to say a very quick goodbye to 365, mate. You get some sleep.
Have a good night.
Yeah, I know 365 has to get up really early in the morning, so yeah.
He has to make.
I appreciate you coming.
Like a good little boy.
And
then I sold this particular locomotive to him, and he said he didn't receive it. So I'm like, I got in touch with eBay. Says, well, if he didn't receive it, you might have to pay him back. Give him another 2 weeks. And he says no, and I gave him another 2 weeks. He said no, I have not received it. So I gave him a full refund. Yeah. And about 6 months later, I looked on his eBay page, and he had sold. And he's selling it. And he sold it.
Ah, it's disgusting, isn't it?
And I got in touch with eBay, and he says, "No, well, there's not much we can do. We can't prove it's the exact one you sold him."
Yeah. It's ridiculous. That's disgusting, that is, and that's what I mean. It's the buyers are so protected on eBay. It makes it hard to sell when you're putting high postage prices on. And I definitely prefer to buy on eBay than I do to sell.
Yeah, I don't sell on it anymore. Let me just see what I've got in here. Where I can show something. What we got in here? Ooh, we've got some big. Anyone want to see some gold?
Yeah, I always want to see some gold.
Gold, Shooter Beasts.
Oh, very nice.
I can't see them. I think this is the. Yale, I think.
Yellow Beaufort. I think that's one of my favourites.
Is that the Yale?
Yeah, it's Beaufort. That is, yeah.
That's the Yale, 1 ounce. This is the. I think this is the Bull. I Can't see it. At the ball.
That's Clarence, yeah. Bull of Clarence, yeah.
Clarence. And Lion.
Lion of England.
And I'm ordering the next
gorgeous.
one on Monday.
Gorgeous. What size are they? Are they 2s or 1s? I'm guessing 1.
1 ounce.
Yeah, I'm going to say it would be a lot of money's worth there, wouldn't it? 2 ounce golds.
2 ounce?
Yeah.
Wish he would make 2 ounce gold.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be a lot of money's worth, wouldn't it?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's about... It's getting on for about £5,000 there. 3 coins. You know when I bought my first gold coin, end of 2018?
Was it?
It was a 1/4 ounce Britannia, and I paid £260 for it.
That's cool. That's cool. I got my first gold coin. I got a few years ago. It's an old gold coin from the Ottoman Empire. It's I think the Kurushes. They're called a gold Kurus, Kurush. But then I've picked up myself three sovereigns this year, which is really good.
I've only got one sovereign.
Have you?
That's a memorial sovereign.
Okay.
For proof. I think.
Brilliant.
I think there's like mintage of 1,200 on it, something like that.
That's cool. That is cool. Seven's got to get off. He needs to get that grass mowed and get some points with his missus so he can get some silver.
What?
At
10 o'clock in the evening?
No, it's 9 a.m. where he is.
Where's
International?
Where's he?
Yeah, let us. Where are you at, 7? Let us know where you're at, mate.
7 a.m.
If he might have nipped off already. We're saying that he's.
Is it like 9? Australia, New Zealand, somewhere like
that? Probably would be, wouldn't it? Somewhere around there. It's somewhere like the opposite side of the planet to us, isn't it?
Well, my friend who lives in Canada, she lives near.
Could be Hawaii.
Vancouver. They're 8 hours behind us, so it could be Hawaii.
I know. Yeah, Hawaii is 11 hours one way or the other. I remember from when I went there, so it could be.
Well, there's 4 time zones in America. There's Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific. I don't know if Hawaii is on Pacific.
I can't remember which one it was on.
He's in Australia. He's in Australia.
Australia. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. No, it's been great having you here, 7, mate. Thank you very much for popping across. But I completely understand you need to go and get those brownie points earned, mate, buddy. So thank you. I don't think we've been on. Can you believe, Stephen? We've been on for over 3 hours.
Have we?
Yep, it's 10:10.
So we have, yeah. Right, is that a hint?
Yeah. No, not at all. I just like to, it's always amazing how quickly time flies when we do these lives, isn't it?
Bugger off now, you boring Yorkshire.
No, absolutely not. We'll close it down soonish because I've not ate yet today, so I'm pretty famished.
I had a sausage sandwich before I came on.
Oh, very jealous.
Cumberland with some.
Oof, very nice. Very nice.
They were very nice.
That sounds good. I've got chicken chow mein to heat up when I'm done, but it'll do, mate.
Chicken chow mein in years. That's noodles. Yeah. Chow mein.
Yeah, noodles and veg and chicken and all that. I quite like it. I'm getting into it. Chinese food.
Well, the one I used to have all the time with the spicy, sticky, crispy beef thing.
Oh yeah, crispy beef. Yeah,
I love that stuff. Yeah.
I'm very partial to beef and black bean sauce. That's one of my favourites.
I prefer Chinese to Indian, but I do like Indian now and again.
Yeah, I'm much prefer Chinese to Indian. Like you, I don't mind the odd Indian from time to time.
I don't like a lot of spice either. I'm not a spice freak.
I like spice, but my IBS doesn't. So
my brother is completely different to me. When I go for an Indian, I normally have a chow frazee.
Yeah,
which is about my limit.
Yeah.
And the only time I've ever been out for a curry with my brother, he had a bungalow fowl. Like, do you want to taste a bit? And I'm like, I've heard bad things about these. These are really hot, aren't they? He goes, they're a little bit hot. I just put the end a little bit on the end of the fork. Just try a bit. So I put it in my mouth, and I'm not being funny. It was like someone put a lip match on the end of my tongue. Oh, and I says, how do you enjoy that?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I was laughing because I saw Cobra Stackers going, racist, Stephen.
Why? What they said?
Because you don't like Indians.
I do like Indian food. Oh, India. Oh, smart off.
Yeah, he's having a laugh with you, mate. It's all good.
Well, there's only one Indian I don't like.
Ray said I thought Sporty Spice was the tallest. Tastiest. Tallest. Yeah, it was your favourite Spice Girl. Can you remember that?
My favourite Spice Girl?
Yeah.
None of them. I actually met 3 of them.
Did you?
In my local pub. There's a guy who
was
behind the one. Well, it's not a pub anymore. It's flats. Yay! And the guy behind him, he was a record producer. He did a few for Spice Girls. He did a few for Take That. And
cool.
He was going to do Donny Osmond's new album years ago, and he pulled out of it.
Oh, wow.
And here's the other one he was going to do was an American boy band, and I can't remember the name now. But really, they got really, really big, and I mean hugely big. And I think, oh God, I can't remember the name. But
Westlife?
No, they're Irish.
Oh, what did you say? American?
I Believe I Can Fly. Just make sure it's...
So where did you say they were from?
From America.
I think I missed
Oh,
okay.
There was, I think the brother of one's a big-time Hollywood actor. And he's been...
Right.
Oh, God, what was their name now? They're a big, huge American boy band. Well, that was one of this.
Oh, yeah.
But he got...
The Right Stuff.
Yeah, he got offered the contract to do their first 3 albums, and he says, I'm too busy, and turned it down.
Wow.
He said he was studying the pub with us, and he says, if I'd have took that contract, he says, I wouldn't be living here now. He says, I'd be living in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He says, I lost out on millions. He had to buy his wife a Porsche.
Yeah.
With a tax write-off, or he would have got screwed with tax.
Yeah. No,
all right, for some, isn't it?
It's a nice problem to have, isn't it?
Gilly
said, but
yes,
was it?
That's it. Backstreet Boys.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Nucleus on the Block.
Oh, now then, if
it was right, if it's people,
if
it's people who,
I'm not into pop music.
if it was the Right Stuff, that was New Kids on the Block.
Was it? I don't know. Who's one of them?
Backstreet Boys, was it? I want it that way.
Whichever one was biggest.
Well, they were both big, weren't they? Backstreet Boys they were a bit later on.
Pop music. I've never liked pop music. I don't like ABBA.
I used to like Backstreet Boys. I liked ABBA. I liked ABBA.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
ABBA. Guilty pleasure from when I was younger. I haven't listened to ABBA in many years.
Horrible pop music.
It was cheesy. I used to love Super Trooper. I did when I was a kid. Pop away to that all the time.
No. You get me throat quickly.
Please stop, says Cobra. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna sing anything else now.
The thing is, you see, when I was younger, they all said, "What do you listen to that hippie music for?" Which was like heavy metal, heavy rock. And he says, "It's a passing fad. It's a passing fad." And I saw one of the guys the other day on Facebook, and I gave him a tinkle, and I says, we got talking. I says, "Do you remember when we were at school and you said heavy metal would die within 5 years, and the bands that you listened to would go on and because he liked Human League and
Yeah.
ABC and all that
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah.
Can you tell me where ABC are now?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'll tell you what Iron Maiden are doing at the moment. They just announced a big American tour.
Still touring.
Touring,
Absolutely.
writing albums, touring.
Yeah, absolutely. What Metallica doing? Still touring.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
AC/DC, even AC/DC.
Yeah.
And they have the Zimmer frames every 5 years.
Yeah. Well, we've lost Lemmy now, haven't we? Unfortunately, but he was going right to the end.
Dio, he was the best metal vocalist ever.
Yeah.
And Eddie Van Halen.
Yes.
I adored Eddie Van Halen. I thought,
God. Big fan of Van Halen. I used to be a huge fan of mullet rock. I really did used to be a big fan of mullet, Kansas, that kind of thing. Carry On My Wayward Son was one of my anthems of my upbringing. I love that song.
Why were you a bit wayward when you was a boy?
I've always been a bit wayward, me mate.
Toby's told me all about it.
I can imagine he has. Motorhead, another good shout. Scott Silver says, son is 17 and loves the 80s and 90s stuff I grew up with. Oh, that's awesome. That's great to know that your son's got a good taste in music. You had a wee dram tonight, TSC, loving the karaoke. No, I'm actually teetotal. Stephen's just got me in a great mood. Cobra's off. He's letting us know that he's out. So thank you so much for popping across, bro, mate. It's always
Mrs. Cobra's put him on a promise.
I like it. No, it's always awesome to have Cobra. He was a great guy.
Have a good evening, Cobra.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speak to you soon, buddy. Loved Punk Exploited.
Oh, Exploited. Exploited. Memories. Crass. There was another band. Crass. Exploited. Dead Kennedys. Oh. Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely. Were you into a bit of punk then, were you?
Yeah, I actually had the chance to go and see when the Clash first played their first ever gig. They played it in a pub in Sheffield, and I think they were supporting the Sex Pistols, but because I was a young boy, I couldn't go in a pub, so I couldn't go. My brother went and told me all about it, day after day after day after day.
Well, he was a smart guy, wasn't he, Johnny Rotten?
Oh yeah. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
Remember the story about him going on? I can't remember which program it was. About him knowing everything about Jimmy Savile and getting.
He did, though, did he?
He knew everything about him, but you're not allowed to say anything.
Yeah, he got shut down.
Yeah.
Johnny Rotten got shut down by it, and yeah, but he's so smart, such a smart guy. You think he was dumb, but he's really, really smart.
Yeah, I love Sex Pistols.
Yeah, I
I'll tell you another one I went to see, and he died soon after. I think I had like the. Sorry. Do you remember Nirvana?
Oh yes, big, huge fan of Nirvana. Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain. I went to see them. They went to see them at a gig in Sheffield, and flew back to America and blew his head off.
Allegedly.
Well, okay. Maybe his girlfriend did it. Shit.
Yeah, well, there's some people who believe that, isn't there?
I could possibly say. I would be guessing.
Sorry, buddy, what did you say?
Hang on, my iPad had a malfunction.
Had a little moment.
I'm gonna have to put it on the other stand, I'm afraid. So
there was. No, but yeah, there was that whole rumour that she was behind what happened to him, but I don't believe it. He was a very, very troubled guy. Kurt Cobain wasn't he?
He was. Well, I got to see him in his last gig in Britain. Well, I think I can't remember if it was their last gig together.
Yeah. Yeah, could have been. CY off. Oh no, I think CY was saying night to Cobra, but Ray said good night to CY. Sorry, mate, I was just keeping an eye on the chat. Yeah, no.
Good night, CY.
That is a. I mean, that's a claim to have, isn't it? Being able to see him during the last ever, or one of the last ever gigs he ever performed. That's actually quite an amazing achievement.
That was played at the Octagon Centre, which is like a student union's concert venue. Went to see a band called Exodus there twice.
Exodus, yeah.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Well, what you've just said. CY is off. He's saying night or so. CY mate, thanks for popping across. I've just seen you said I'm also going to call it a night. Yeah, thanks for passing across, CY mate. I know it must be getting on for 1 o'clock where you are, mate. So yeah, thank
Bored
you
you
for
to death,
coming
haven't
over,
we? Bored you to death.
Maybe me, but you've had some awesome stories, buddy. I've really enjoyed having you on. It's been amazing, buddy. Well, what you were saying about the concert, Kurt Cobain's last concert, just reminded me of, there's a story David Bowie used to tell when he was alive, and it was about a concert he once did, and it bothered him more than any other concert he ever did, and it was because on the front row of the concert there was an empty seat. And do you know the story about that empty seat?
I can imagine what it is.
It's the guy who was supposed to sit in that seat is the guy that assassinated John Lennon. I think it was a week before. Yeah. He was. And I think David Bowie was friends with John Lennon, knew him personally.
Yeah.
And can you imagine that? Have a professional singer having to sing there, looking down at his seat, knowing that the person who was supposed to sit in that seat killed that person.
I've been to a gig when people have got killed.
Yeah.
Monster
That's
Rock,
awful.
1988. Iron Maiden headlined it, and Guns N' Roses set. Everybody.
Yeah.
It was the first time Guns N' Roses had ever played in the United Kingdom, and everybody just surged to the front. And these three guys from Scotland fell over and got trampled to death.
Trampled. Yeah, that is awful. That is truly awful when things like that happen. It's sad. It must have been a crazy experience. Well, I'll tell you what this didn't happen to me, but my sister, very recently, she's into ice hockey.
Oh, and my aunt's a ticket holder at Sheffield Steelers, and she was there that night.
Yeah, my sister was there that night. It's that's got to be crazy, hasn't it? To be sat there and seen, and I'm not going to look for respect. I'm not going to go into any detail. If people want to look into it, they can do. But all I'll say is there was a very horrific incident that happened at a recent ice hockey game between the Nottingham Panthers and the Sheffield Steelers, and my heart goes out to not everybody who was involved, even all the people that were there spectating, because it must have been a horrific thing to go through.
Fortunately, my aunt was at the other side of the arena, so she just saw him go down. And no Scott Silver. I don't like David Bowie, so it's not. You can't put that one on me.
I do. I do. Not all of his stuff, but I'm a big fan of some of his stuff. Like Life on Mars is one of my favourite ever songs. I do like that song. But a lot of his stuff's weird. Like it's like I couldn't say I'm a fan of David Bowie. I could only say I'm a fan of some of his songs, because some of his songs I'm really weird and I don't like. But he's got some really good songs. That
little China girl meant to be a bit paedophilic sort of rumour going around.
Oh, okay.
But
not heard about one.
Or something to do. Or it was something to do with geisha girls. I think that might have been it, actually. Geisha girls.
Okay.
But the other, I don't think there's a David Bowie. I like Genie. That was a good song.
Yeah.
That's probably only about the one I ever really liked. I'm not really into that kind of music. I like Dire Straits.
Yeah, I like Dire Straits.
Travelling Wilburys. I like Travelling Wilburys.
No, if I'm familiar with those.
You don't know what Travelling Wilburys are?
I don't. I'm not sure. I probably know them.
Roy Orbison. Mark
okay.
Knopfler.
Yeah.
I think. Oh God, there was a big American one in there. Free Falling. Whoever sang that, he was in them as well.
Oh, is it Bruce?
No, I'm
Bruce
free falling.
I
remember his name.
I can't. No, I can't.
I used to like ELO as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of ELO. Don't Fear the Reaper.
Oh yeah. That's Don't say anything. Let me. God. Is it Blue Oyster Cult?
Oh yeah, that's Blue Oyster Cult. I'm thinking of Mr. Blue Sky, aren't I? ELO.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Steppenwolf.
Oh, Steppenwolf.
Yeah, they invented. Apparently, they invented the word heavy metal.
Did they?
Yeah, that song, "Born to Be Wild."
Okay.
I like Smoking Lightning. Get your heavy metal thunder.
Yeah, right. That's cool.
That's allegedly. Allegedly.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's interesting. I'll have to look into that. I can see Jamie Frost has just joined us. Say good morning, guys. Good morning, Jamie. Jamie is in the land of the rising sun. So I'm guessing it's going to be around 6 a.m.-ish where Jamie is. Let us know, Jamie. But no, Jamie's a great guy. Did you say you saw the mystery box that I've just undone?
Temple Tudor. Wow. Yeah, I remember Temple Tudor.
You just completely ignored what I've just said.
Well, he was probably lagging a bit.
No. Yeah, no, I was saying, did you say that you saw the mystery box I just opened?
Oh, sorry, were you talking to me? I thought you were talking to someone.
Yes.
Yes,
No, I was talking to you, man.
Sorry, I do apologise. Yeah, I saw the mystery box.
Yeah, it was great. It was Jamie that sent me that. He really, really generous of him. He's a super generous guy. Ray as well is in the chat. He did the first mystery box that I got, and I've had 2 complete wins with the mystery boxes. So guys, thank you both. 7:30 a.m. I wasn't too far off anyway. Swords of a Thousand Men. That's just reminded me. So. Yeah, I like that song. I do like.
Did you remember a band? Oh God, what they call? I think they were Canadian, but I think they were like a one-hit wonder, and they did a song. It was filmed in this country. It was about Maurice, not Maurice Standish. The whole thing. Do you remember the Wicker Man, the original Wicker Man movie?
Yes.
All that sort of occultish dancing and the maid pop.
Right. Yeah.
They did the song "Men Without Hats." That was it. You could dance if you want to.
Oh yes,
you watch that video. That's all about that occult middle England sort of.
All right, okay. I've never seen the video for that song in my life, so I'll have to check that out on YouTube. Do you know one thing that I love doing is watching like 3 hour long YouTube videos that is just comprising of like 1990s TV adverts.
Oh God, yeah. I was
just
watching one today.
Was you?
It had the. Do you remember the old Bassett's advert?
With the little guy, the little.
No, the
guy.
ones when they all took, they bit into licorice all sorts, and they turned into Dirty Bassett.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Really
I remember that one.
God, I watched that. I don't think they'd even show it that these days.
Yeah, absolutely. I honestly, I spend so many hours just watching the old adverts because the nostalgia you get from them is incredible, isn't it?
You know what I watch a lot of?
Go on.
Bushcraft people building shelters.
Cool. Yeah,
and hot tenting. Hot tenting. That looks.
Okay. Cool. Who do you watch?
There's a guy in Canada I watch all the time. Lone Wolf, he's called.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I've seen.
And there's a Canadian I've watched for a long time, and I just forgot his name. I've brain freeze again.
Yeah, there was a young English chap I used to really like watching. He was called T.A. Outdoors.
Still going. And his dad.
His dad, T.A. Fishing, Graham Pullen.
Yeah, he was a good fisherman. His dad.
He was one of the greatest, Graham. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, two amazing channels, but I really love the TA Outdoors one. I loved following that when he made a really cracking shelter in that woodland, didn't he?
And somebody wrecked it as well, didn't they?
They did, yeah. I remember seeing that. Yeah, do the shaken back, says Jamie. The shaken back.
Do you know something?
Bring the freshness back.
I had a major crush on that woman when I was a teen.
Did you?
I just look at her and go, oh. I used to have a thing for older women when I was very young. Well, not very young, but teen, early teenagers, like 18, 19, 20. We used to go to a nightclub called the Roxy in Sheffield.
Okay.
And there used to be one night, last Sunday of every month. It was called Grab a Granny Night.
Yeah, I think I've been to Roxy's.
Oof.
I think I went about 20 years ago on a stag do.
It was, if you can't pull in Roxy's, you can't pull anywhere.
Yeah, was it called did we nickname it the Cattle Market?
They nickname it, I mean, we call something else. Yeah, it just depends. They used to do a good rock night as well, and all the women used to come in like suspenders and stockings and basques and that, and I'm like, I'm there with my Anthrax t-shirt on with the tingling tongue.
Yeah. I think they got Rock Night mixed up with Rocky Horror Night.
Oh no, Rock Night. They just weird. It's just all these. You got like people like bands like Poison, and then there was people like me who were like into more thrashy or hard rock music like Metallica, Iron Maiden, Anthrax, Megadeth. I actually went to see Megadeth in Nottingham.
Did you? Yeah, Rock City. I'm guessing Rock City. Yeah. There's been some. Yeah, when I said I've never been to a concert, I've seen people live at Rock City. That's about the closest I've been to a concert.
1987. So far, so good. So what tour?
Oh, nice. I remember last time I went. This is years ago, but I remember last time I went to Rock City. I got criticised because I was wearing a shirt and jeans and shoes, and I've got this like young kid who's obviously like discovered rock music 6 months ago, and because he's like dressed, thinks he's dressing part. I'm thinking, what makes you more of a rocker than me, mate? You know what I mean? Well, no, I don't. They wouldn't let me in the club.
Because you're like a Genesis fan, probably.
I would look like what we used to call a townie.
A Genesis fan.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd look too much like a townie. I was like, what? This is unreal. I've been rocking out since I was a youth. But
our local rock club was called Rebels.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
And it used to be right next to a market called the Castle Market, where Sheffield Castle used to be. They demolished the market now, and you used to have to go up these stairs, which were usually wet through with pee, puke, you name it.
Oh,
but it was such a good night. No fighting or anything like that. Not once. Just everybody was like into the same sort of music. The only bad thing about it was, just going down the stairs, and if you fell down, you got your hand in it, your clothes covered in wee and puke and all that.
Yeah. I will never forget this moment. It's seared into my brain. But I remember once being out in a pub. There was this girl there with us, and it was one of these where you had to go through a door down a little corridor to get to the toilets. She'd gone to the toilet, and while she was in the toilet, someone threw up on the floor in front of the door, and all you saw was she'd come. She was obviously in a great mood. The door burst open. She comes bursting through this door in this great mood, and all you see is she just slipped straight over. And every time she tried to get herself up, she just slipped up back into it more.
Oh God!
And it was the most awful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Here's the story of me, of one night in Roxy's on a stag night.
Yeah.
And because we were poor, I used to work in a factory, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't get paid very much money. And we went on the stag night. We used to sneak a bottle of Pernod in each, so we didn't have to buy £2 and £3 a pint beers in a horrible plastic glass. We used to sneak a bottle of Pernod in.
Okay.
You know what Pernod is, don't you?
Yeah, it's like Ouzo. Yeah.
Absinthe.
Okay. Yeah.
And I got absolutely wasted on it.
Yeah.
And it just affected me really badly, and I went really ill. I went to the toilet, and I just sat on the toilet, and I just threw up all over myself about half a dozen times.
Oh, no.
I got up, I walked out of the club, and the bouncer saying, "You all right? You all right?" And I'm, yeah, I'm fine. And he says, "Get you a taxi." No taxi would pick me up, obviously, because I was puke. So I had to go to my brother's house, because he had a flat in the city centre. I had to wake him up at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I says, "Brother, I'm drunk. Will you take me home? I live right out on the outskirts of the city. Will you take me home? I'm not." And he's like,
Oh, no.
he's like seeming throwing up. What have you been doing? Oh, I don't know.
Oh no.
I was, and then, yeah, then I started to realise I might have got a bit of a problem with alcohol.
Yeah, no, because you were telling me earlier that you've gone a few years now, haven't you? A fair few years without drinking,
Oh,
haven't you now?
2005.
Yeah, that's good going, that is, mate.
And
That's
I
good going.
actually stopped smoking the same day as well.
Oh, well done, well done. Now, it's coming up to 2 years for me. In March, it'll be 2 years since I've touched a drop of alcohol. I keep myself teetotal now. I like the challenge of it. That's one thing I was saying to Stephen before we started. I don't find it too difficult to not drink at all. But if I had, I'm the kind of guy. If I have 1 or 2 pints, then I get in the mood for it, and it turns into a night out far too easily. So, yeah, I find it so much easier just keeping it nil by mouth.
I have a glass of wine at Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And I have a beer,
Yeah.
a can of beer or a bottle of beer on my birthday, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I haven't had one on my birthday or at Christmas for 2 years, so I'm
well done.
No alcohol. But I can control it. I'm not like, some people. It's like who've got addictive personalities. Once they start, that's it. They're on again.
Yeah. That's it, and that's what That's why for me it's just been easy. I mean, I'm sure at some point I'll go to get to there where I'll have a drink at Christmas and birthday or something. But it's just at the moment for me, because I've literally had nothing. I'll be break if I have a drop of alcohol, I'll break that record. So that's keeping me going at least. I've just seen we've got Cranky Stacker joining us in the chat. I mentioned you earlier, Cranky. I was saying I've got a parcel to unbox tomorrow, so I'm very much looking forward to getting that uploaded. So thank you so much, Cranky. I'll get that uploaded soon. I'm with you, mate. I had a lot of fun when I was younger. I had a lot of drink when I was younger, but I'm okay. I'm okay now. I think I drank my fill when I was younger.
Space Winner. There's a new name. Welcome to the live stream.
That's Space Miner, buddy.
Space Miner. Sorry, I'm blind as a bat. I haven't got my reading glasses on, so I can't see anything.
Yeah. You did. You have been saying you don't see too well, do you?
No.
But no, Space Miner. He's quite a cool guy. He was in the last live stream as well. Ray, Cranky's just saying hello to everyone. So as I say, it's great to see you here. I think Cranky was trying to say hello to Ray and called him a rat.
When I used to go out, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, even on a work night.
Yeah, I did.
Wednesday was we used to go to the lead mill. You heard of the lead?
Okay. I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Well, I used to go to the lead mill, and it used to be student night on Wednesday, so it was half-price drinks.
Yeah.
Thursday, I used to go to local. Friday was town. Saturday was town, and Sunday was town.
Yeah.
And I would just blow all my money on alcohol and partying.
Yeah.
And when the cigarettes went over £5 a packet, that was it. I'm done.
Yeah, I used to be the exact same as you, going out every single night of the week, like literally every single night of the week. Some of the hangovers, I can think back now, and I just remember myself just being sat outside the back of the offices, just with my head in my hands, just thinking, "Oh, what am I doing here?"
Yeah. I just hang around with the wrong sort of people, and getting into fights, and it's just not me. I was never a fighter.
Yeah. That was me as well, knocking around with the wrong crowd and getting into trouble and stuff like that. Didn't need it. So it was. My life's been a lot quieter since I came away from that kind of thing. But a lot of fun for the time. I've got a lot of memories. I'm happy I've got.
My worst night was when I tried to keep up with the local rugby team drinking.
Oh dear.
Went out Sunday when it opened. The rugby team piled in, so they were Guinness, a Guinness, and a port and lemon, boom, 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 all day, and I tried to keep up and failed miserably. I literally crawled home, and I used to live about half a mile away from my local.
Oh wow!
And when I got there, I just sat on the toilet, and I just threw up. and I defecated myself. I wet my.
Oh dear!
And I was there till like 7 o'clock in the morning when Mum opened the door, and he says, "Oh my God, what have you done?" Oh, hello, Mum.
Left you a present.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
not good.
That's a messy night. I remember one night I used to work in bars quite a bit, and I remember one night I was on my own behind the bar, and we used to have a lot of football folks coming to the pub. They were fine when we were in the pub.
I used to hang around with those sort of people.
Yeah, I got into with them quite a bit, but
Forest or Derby.
It was Forest and Stags.
Mansfield.
So,
we had plenty of runners with Mansfield fans.
Yeah, they were a bit dodgy as well. But yeah, we had all them in the pub, which they were fine because it was their pub, so they never really caused any trouble. If anything, they'd be really handy at helping get people out if they kicked off. You know what I mean? But this one night they were all in pub, and next thing I know, this double-decker bus pulls up outside pub, and it was a local rugby team.
Ooh.
They all come into the pub. And one at local rugby team and one of these lads that were already in pub had some business over a woman. Next thing I know, it's all cracked off in front of me. It's just gone from 0 to 100 in no time whatsoever. I've literally had to barge my way through all these rugby players. I've had to pick this one guy off the floor because he was getting his head stamped in. I picked him up. The guy didn't even look human at the time. His eye socket was all busted out. His nose was broke. His jaw was broke. It was unreal, So, yeah, that was an experience. The only other one to that I had, I turned up to work and the pub was under lockdown because I think it was Lincoln Town had come in and it all kicked off and like people were using pieces of smashed windows, knives, and all sorts. That one got really bad. I had to go to court as a witness on that one.
When they started using things like that, that's when I remember.
Yeah.
I used to go, when you were younger, you think, let's go for have a fight. And Leicester Road is a good place to go and have a Barney. And I was never one of those going and look for it. I hope it would happen, but
yeah, it was it used to be kind of like part of the night, didn't it?
Yeah.
That was part of the entertainment.
Well, what you used to do, we used to go down on the service train.
Yeah.
We'd go and sit in their pub.
Yeah.
And it was down to them to get us out. And if they didn't, we put it down as did you, and that was it.
Yeah. You didn't have the stones.
When you're like 17, 18, it's all great fun and
yeah, it's an adventure, and yeah. And you see these guys, these big guys, and you're young and you're dumb, and you look up to them, and it's because I used to see these guys, right, and they drive up in these Mercedes and these suits and all of like. It appeared to be great, great lives, and they were hard men and this, that, and the other. But everything they bought was on a credit card, and they were living in so much debt, and they were living, trying to have this. Lifestyle, and it's, when I realised that, which I was young when I realised that, I was like, well, you idiots, aren't you? You know what I mean? So, I was glad I made that realisation in the end.
I realised it early. I mean, the thing that really stopped me doing that. I always liked going to football. I'll still do it now if I could, but they dragged this young man in.
Yeah,
he was a white kid, got dreadlocks, and they pulled his hair out by the hands, all of it, and he was such a mess. And I went, I'm not doing this anymore. That's horrible.
Yeah.
And he was screaming his head off.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah. There's one thing ain't a fate with a guy who wants to have a fate.
A fate? Fate? You can have a fate, lad. Let's have a fate.
Well, a fate, lads. Yeah. It's one thing having a fight with a guy who wants to have a fight. That both guys know what we're getting into and we just want to beat off a little bit of steam. That's one thing. But when it's something like that, I get you there, mate. That's the kind of thing that'd make me want to turn away.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Are we going to call it tonight, mate?
I think we're getting close to, mate. We're actually coming up to 4 hours now. We've gone completely off of precious metals and silver. I'm starving. We've had a great chat. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think I need to run off to the shop as well because I've run out of cigarettes. So I need to get some
Dear.
smokes.
How much are cigarettes these days?
Well, God, about a kidney a pack.
A what?
A kidney a pack, just about.
Can I have that in English,
Yeah,
please?
sorry.
Can I have that in English?
Yeah, kidney on the black market.
Oh, right. I see what you mean.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
it
no,
was slang, Nottinghamshire slang thing.
no, yeah, no, yeah,
For
yeah,
money.
no, yeah. It just costs so much. You get about the same amount for a kidney on the black market now. No, what, 12 quid a pack, something like that.
Wow.
I don't know, mate. I don't even pay attention anymore. I just ask for it and pay. Just hand them a note and
That's a
don't
half
check the
hour's
change.
pay for a packet of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I need to stop, mate. I do need to stop because it's just stupidly expensive. I don't enjoy doing it. I'm smoking because I've smoked for years. So
Well, I'll probably be dead by now if I'd carried on smoking.
Yeah, well, I need to start looking that way as well.
2 collapsed lungs,
Because,
2 bouts of pneumonia, pulmonary hypertension, and AF.
Yeah. You needed to stop, mate. Definitely, 100%. I'm glad you did, mate. I'm glad you were able to make that change and stop smoking and drinking. Yeah, that's very well done, mate. That's very commending of you. That's I've got time for people who do that kind of thing because the life we live in, the peer pressure you get if you try and stop drinking. A lot of the time you'll have people like, oh, what's up with you, Jesse, and stuff like that, and try and force it on you. So I've got a lot of respect for people like you, mate, who can.
I still see people today who can't. When I tell them I've not seen for years and years and years, and I tell them to stop smoking, and they fall about laughing. You stop smoking? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, and that's a shame. That's a shame. You see that kind of stuff far too much. I can remember when I was younger and I'd try and quit smoking. If I was ever doing really well, like people would all of a sudden start wanting to offer me cigarettes a lot more. When people who would moan about me asking for a cigarette in the past, now because I'm trying to quit and I'm doing something they can't do, it's like, oh, do you want a fag? Do you want a fag? Like, well, no, I don't. I'm trying to quit. Why are you offering me something I'm trying to stop doing? So, there's definitely a lot of that goes off. But, I've got a lot of support for people who try and make positive changes and that kind of thing.
All right. Well, I'm going to head off anyway, dude, because I'm absolutely shattered. No
worries, buddy. As I say, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure having you over here. What's your PM's purchase goal for December? None, Jamie. I'm trying not to spend any more by the to the end of the year now myself personally.
Gold. Maybe, I've got a Tudor Beast to buy and some Geiger bars to buy on Monday.
Nice.
And that will be my lot until the new year.
I'm looking forward to seeing them on the channel. I assume you'll get that up soon.
Whenever they come, I'll put them up.
Nice one, mate. I'll definitely look forward to seeing that. And just to remind everybody, if you haven't checked Stephen's channel out as of yet, definitely give it a try. Watch a few of the videos. I'm sure you will like what you see. Mate, honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on, Stephen. I'd love to have you back sometime.
Anytime.
And we'll have another chat.
Anytime, man.
Brilliant. But as you say, it is getting late, so we'll look to end it. Have you got anything you'd like to say very quickly before I do the patented TSC ending?
Good night. God bless. And if I don't talk to you before Christmas, hope we all have a very good Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you very much, mate. And the same to you. And I'm going to end it by saying, until next time, as always, look after each other. Keep stacking. Take care. And goodbye.
Ta-ta for now.